All right, guys. AW Air Warrior. Yeah, we're starting a little bit earlier. 9 minutes earlier. How are you guys doing on this beautiful Tuesday night? I hope it's all good. Really hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Like I am. Well, actually, yes, I finally got my video game. Funny story about Mario and Luigi Brothership. Funny story about how I got the game. I'll tell you about once I get people in the chat or on stream. And I'll definitely talk about it. What's up, Sideways? Blinded. I sent you an invite. If you could hear me, I sent you an invite. It's over. I gotta tell you the story. I gotta tell you the story about the video game. Mario. What happened? What happened? I gotta tell you live on air. I mean, I told you privately, but it's funny when I say it out loud. It's actually funny when I actually let my voice out. Oh, come on, blinded. Were you scared? All right, man. I'm fine. You'll be in the chat. You do what you gotta do. But I figured out the link issue and why. Sometimes I end up sending you a different link. The reason for that, if it's not live, you get the link that doesn't work. The email link that says email, and you gotta log in. Once you go live, the link changes. The link changes. Okay, that's why. So if it's not live, it's that link that doesn't work. Blind. They said it doesn't work. Once you go live, the link changes, and that's the link that will work. And as you see in the Discord, you can tell the difference between the working link and the non-working link. The working link, you see the WeStream logo, and the other link is the one that doesn't have the logo and join WeStream, all that has the email. That long link, yeah, that's the one that doesn't work. But the small link here, where you see the join the WeStream and all that with the link there, that's the one that works. Okay. Yeah. I just figured it out just now. I'm like, okay, maybe that makes sense. I thought I know Black Panther 3 is happening, but oh wait, but I know it's happening, but do you think I th- I think Denzel Washington should not have said that and rated. He should not have said that. Marvel doesn't like that. Marvel Studios is not like that. It's not like that. He should have. I know it was an interview, but he should not have said that. He should have rated. He should have rated. Now, it's not a surprise anymore. Them announcing Black Panther 3, Marvel announcing a Black Panther 3 film, and announcing Denzel Washington will beat it. It's not a huge surprise anymore. It's. I think he did a disservice. Oh well. Marvel should just come out and say, yeah, Black Panther 3 is official and have this release date for the movie. Because Denzel Washington basically spilled the beans on that. And I don't know if Marvel's actually happy with that. Deep down, they may not be happy with that. They don't like that. They don't like it when they're. They don't like that when their things have been revealed without their permission. I don't know if they give a permission interview, but whatever. Uh, Thank you for coming on. But yeah, this is a Marvel stream that you all know. Grace Randolph's reaction to D23 Brazil, Thunderbolts, and Captain America: Brave New World. That's what the stream is about. Okay. And now, if you watched my last time I did a stream on Grace Randolph talking about Thunderbolts, you know she got on my nerves. You know she got on my nerves, right? You know she really pissed me off with that stream. Okay, she really angered me. So let's see what I should say this time. This time, let me put this at the bottom because it is bigger. It is a bigger screen. Let me put this at the bottom. All right. Now, I want to invite, if D-Grassy is ever in the chat, he can feel free to come in. He hasn't watched Grace, but he likes it when I make fun of her. He does. So that's what we're going to do here. Not really make fun of Grace. We're going to just talk about her. No, I don't think so. Black Panther 2 did very well at the box office. A lot of stuff about Thunderbolts. A lot of stuff. I don't remember exactly. I gotta go back to that stream, but there was a lot of stuff, and the stuff she might say in this trailer might refresh my memory in this stream. I'm blinded. I know. Are you still in the chat, blinded? Okay, let's start with this off. Let's start the stream. The video.
First off, I'm going to make a bold thesis statement, and that's that I think that Marvel's doing too many events. The Comic-Con, then D23 in Anaheim, and then D23 in Brazil. You throw some other stuff in there.
Okay. Marvel is doing too many events. Here's the thing. I think the problem is, who cares? Marvel's doing too many events. Say that about Star Wars too, man. What about Star Wars? Okay. Now they didn't reveal much in this D23, that much either, man. D23 and the only thing they revealed here was the movies. D23 in America, it wasn't that big for Marvel, okay? But it was show focused. Here they didn't really reveal the shows. Oh, D23 in America did not reveal that much of the movie stuff. The movies that was revealed more at Comic-Con, right? So D23 in Anaheim was more the TV side of stuff, Agatha and whatever. Here was more the movie side of stuff, right? Movie side of stuff. Upcoming movies. That's what the whole, if you could really say the whole thing about this D23, this whole D23 in Brazil was just an update. Basically an update on the coming up Disney projects. And not just for Marvel, for all studios. from all studios. That's what this was all upcoming projects that are in the can being filmed or being close to being filmed, animated, whatever. That's all it was. It this was not about announcements about future films and future TV or streaming shows. That's all it was. And yeah, that's all it was. The 60s.
They've been doing. Like for instance, they've been showing that same.
I'll tell you, I can confirm they're not going to the other Brazil show, CCPX. They're not going to that show, CCPX. You're not going to that one. They're not going there. I can tell you for a fact they're not going there. So they won't be going to the next big convention in South America and Brazil. They won't be there. I think it's Brazil where it's at. It could be Argentina or Brazil, one of those South American countries. I could be wrong. It could be one of those. I think it's Brazil again. They're not going there, but Warner Brothers is going to be there. Amazon, Apple is going to be there. Disney so far hasn't said anything they're going to be there, so I don't think they're going to be there. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just get this back up, okay? So we're going to, all right. Let's get this back.
Daredevil trailer to everybody but the general public for months now. I just think that, I just don't think they have enough. I think, especially, D23 in Anaheim, is every other year. Maybe they should have, if they're gonna do that, maybe they should do it actually every year, and it just changes where it is.
Well, the thing is, Grace, I don't know if you know this, Grace. I don't know if you know this, guys. Before the pandemic, D23 actually was twice a year. They had, or sometimes to skip a year, but they had in Japan D23. Now, since the pandemic's been done for a while, and they decided to make D23 get international, they decided to make it international, not just for Japan anymore, but international. It's just to replace D23 Japan, basically. That's all it was. It was a replace D23 Japan. And next year it'll be in a different country. Okay? And D23 in Japan, it was not really known to announce new stuff either. D23 Japan was just really about upcoming projects. Not just for Marvel, but everything. It wasn't really there to and upcoming projects that have been filmed or whatever. Like that's in the canon already. That's it. That's what this is gonna be.
One year it's in Anaheim, the next year it's in Brazil.
Grace. Grace, I don't know if you forgot. Let me see.
If they're gonna do that, maybe they should do it actually every year, and it just changes where it is. Like one year it's in Anaheim, the next year it's in Brazil.
Okay. If you can do it once a year, it has to be in Anaheim. There's a lot of reasons why. That's Disney's headquarters. Disney's, that's basically California, LA, Anaheim, right? Also, it's in close to Hollywood. Close to Hollywood too, and most of the actors and actresses live in there, so it's easier for them to get to D23 Anaheim instead of traveling around the world.
I get, but I'm curious. What do you think? I don't think that any of their announcements this weekend have really hit. But maybe they hit in South America, which is, of
No.
course, a huge.
I agree. None of the announcements really did hit. I agree there. I agree with you, Grace. Guys, I have to be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back, all right? Oh yeah, I'm back. That pause frame. Yeah, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry if I I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Let's continue.
Huge market. Brazil is huge, although they do love DC Best down there. Fingers crossed for a Superman trailer at Brazil Comic Con the first weekend of December. I think we're getting it. But anyway, I'd be curious as to what you think. But I actually find it
No, here's the thing. Superman should not be released in Brazil. Superman is an American icon. Okay. New Fantastic Four. Superman. Hey, Degrassi, if you want to come in, feel free to come in. But Superman is an American icon. It should not be revealed in Brazil. Superman should be revealed on. Should be revealed on a big sporting event. Christmas of next year. That's what should be revealed on during football or basketball. That's what you do, Superman. I'm sorry, all your international people out there, but you have to understand that's Superman. D-Grassy, I sent you a link.
Fascinating what we got out of today's Marvel D23 presentation in Brazil. Because by releasing these two trailers back to back, neither one had a really big reveal,
I always get the
which
pause.
is new trailer 101. You know, like you're like, what's everyone going to be talking about after they've watched this trailer? How funny Red Guardian is? I like David Harbour, but
I love the fake laugh. She laughs like an evil villain. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shiki. Sorry, I'm laughing at that. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. I just started, man. I just started.
you know,
I'm sure I'm gonna be on late for this stream, because if you watch my last stream when I did Thunderbolts on her, it took me 2 hours to do a 20-minute video. That was one of the most frustrating videos I ever watched. She's so fake.
like what's the thing? Everybody's like, wow, did you see that? That neither one of these trailers really had that. But
my issue with YouTubers. August, maybe. I know I saw that August, but take that with a grain of salt. What I hate about YouTubers and thumbnails, and when you do a Twitter reaction, I know it is to get it gets more clicks, more views, right? On YouTube. When you see the thumbnails, right? How people's faces are reacting to trailers and stuff. You know it's so damn fake. It's like, come on. But here's the thing. I don't think Peacemakers will come out August. You don't release an HBO trailer for upcoming shows for a second half of next year. You don't. And James Gunn said Peacemaker will be a first half show. August is the second half. So I don't know if James Gunn has said this is going to be in August or not. Because James Gunn will debunk that.
seeing them back to back made me realize some very important things about both films and also MCU's 2025 situation. Also, up front, I'll say MVP of the two, Florence Pugh, Pew Pew. And runner-up,
That's D-Grassy's favorite girl. Pew Pew. Florence Pugh. Yeah, she was the best of this trailer. I mean, David Harbour and her, Red Guardian. I really don't care about the other characters. I mean, why should we care about Ghost and Taskmaster? Why should we care about that? The only characters I think we care about is maybe U.S. Agent, and Florence Pugh, Red Guardian, and maybe and Winter Soldier. That's it. But why should we care about Ghost and Taskmaster?
Mr. Harrison Ford. Now let's discuss, and I'll explain my positions, and I'm excited to hear your explanations for how you feel down below. I want to hear your MVPs and your runner-ups, and again, by the end of the video, I'll tell you why I picked Florence.
Oh, by the way, I can tell you one thing. Based on not the Fantastic Four trailer, the Captain America trailer. Do you know when we see Yeah, we don't see Taskmaster in the trailer. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. When we see Terminal Red Hawk, I don't think that's gonna be in the end. I think that's gonna be in the middle of the movie. In the middle of the movie. Red Hawk. Thunderbolt Wasp become Red Hawk. I think it's gonna be in the middle of the movie. Now, why do I say that? Because in the same trailer, he says you're not Captain America. And Sam Wilson Sam Wilson just claps back and says, and yeah, you're not the Hawk. I don't know if Taskmaster will die in Thunderbolts. I mean, is she gonna talk? Is she gonna give character? I don't know. I don't know.
Winston Harrison. All right, so it wasn't until I watched both trailers that I realized, like, at first I was like, how refreshing that it's a different intro for a Marvel movie. I liked seeing like a different kind of setup. But then when I watched both trailers again to do this video, I was like, wait a minute. There's a name for this aesthetic, and it's called Russo Brothers. That's right. They didn't just bring the Russo brothers back, but they're taking style cues again from them as well. Because if you'll remember, the Russo brothers got their start in the MCU with Captain America movies and Super Soldiers. And both these new movies are in that MCU subcategory.
Well, Black Widow wasn't Russo brothers. When that fit there. Oh, I'll watch out. Don't worry. Has Captain Ford replaced his director? Wow. You think they would do that before the movie comes out in 4 months? Wait, 4 months? No, 3 months. What about Black Widow? Black Widow is kind of developed in the same vein, not vein, but same style as this, right? Russo's brother. Also, there was a test screening. Yep.
Category. Oh, fascinating. So while usually the MCU can release a lot of product at once because they've got 31 freaking flavors, two of their 3 movies.
Oh, a Baskin Robbins joke. She made a Baskin Robbins joke. She made a Baskin Robbins joke, where ironically was in the MCU.
Five are the same flavor. Oh, I don't know about that. It would be great maybe if therefore these 2 movies tied together story-wise. But that kind of synergy seems long gone from the MCU, and I miss those days. But I think especially because these 2 movies find themselves opening up back-to-back by accident and not by design. But they've known for a while they're going to be opening up back-to-back, and they've done so many reshoots. Why not try to connect them somehow? I'd be like, they're both basically they're in the same, again, the same section in the subcategory of the MCU. I also think it's interesting that Marvel chose to showcase Thunderbolts on Twitter/X instead of Captain America, which opens first.
Did she just chose? Did she just say Marvel chose Thunderbolts on X? Grace, that's not how X works. Marvel doesn't tell that. You're calling that rigged. You're basically saying X is rigged. The trends, the hashtags is rigged. That's not how X works, Grace. I want to hear that again. I might be mistaken here. I might be hearing things.
Connect them somehow. I'd be like, they're both basically they're in the same, again, the same section in the subcategory of the MCU. I also think it's interesting that Marvel chose to showcase Thunderbolts on Twitter/X instead of Captain America, which opens first.
Okay, I wasn't hearing that right. You heard that right. You guys heard the exact same thing I heard, right? I'm not hearing things. What she just said there. What the hell is she talking about? That's not how X works. Oh my god. That's not how that's not how it works, man. Does she know how? Does she know how social media works? Oy vey. Continue, Grace.
February 14th, Valentine's Day. Oh, Red Hulk is a hunk of burning love.
Oh my God! There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. She has to get her she's horny. There it is, guys. Oh my God, there she is. Grace. Grace. Even that mouth, man. Look, it's all watery. All watery for Red Hawk. Oh my God. She probably goes to sleep dreaming of Red Hawk, of doing you know what to her.
Although, does Marvel really think that guys are going to get to pick the movie on Valentine's Day? Deadpool, though, did very well.
Yes? Yes? Cause it's certain. I don't think girls got to. I don't think girls made forced guys to see Madam Reb. Or nobody fucking cares. Go who?
Well, on that date. That's also, by the way,
Grace.
President's Day weekend.
Grace.
Talk about synergy.
Grace, like right now, there's barely any romance movies anyway. Hollywood doesn't really do that many romance movies anyway anymore. Rarely. So, and most likely it was couples would see this movie.
That should be. I hope they play it up in the ad campaign. They're like President Ross. But as of right now, also no other studio dare to counter program this film. That is so stupid and ridiculous. I hope somebody takes, again, not to compete, but to counter program. Barbenheimer, Gladiator, Wicked. But this has been, Hollywood's counter programming is a term that has.
Grace, it's February. It's fucking February. January, February are not usually strong movie months. They usually don't put the best films in there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, Grace. Who cares? Wait till March. March is usually the month where the competition begins again. Not February. March.
Long existed because it's long been a tried and true strategy. So you've got a 4-day holiday weekend and Valentine's Day factors in there, and you don't have a female-centric movie for the same weekend? That's just dumb.
Oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. A female-centric movie. Okay. Who cares? This is comic books. Yeah, most of the people are males, but there's gonna be females there. Moms are gonna take their kids to see this movie. Teenagers are gonna see this movie, male and female. All right, rom-com. Your rom-coms are barely made. They're very rare. Okay. Nobody really cares about rom-coms as much anymore. Seriously, I'm sorry, but like the rom-com genre is still there, but it's not a big genre anymore. It's kind of like it's not dead. It's just not visible as much. It's still rom-coms. There's still some of them out there, but it's just actually in general movies and comedies in general are not as common as they once were. Yeah, exactly. Like Wonder Woman did well in June, and Captain Marvel did well in March. Billion, yeah. When we hear movies being announced, whatever, they always say you could tell it's rom coms. This is not like you never hear say it's a rom com or a regular comedy. You hear like now a lot of comedy is being categorized now, right? Into like different sets of comedy. It's just there's no pure comedy movies anymore.
All right, so and I checked the shows too. There isn't even like a show.
Name me the best comedy movie in the past year. In the past year. And you can't say a movie that's not genre is not comedy. Like even with movies that are not the movies are not classified as comedy that has funny stuff. Don't say that. Name me the best comedy in the past year. Movie rise. I'm not talking about TV shows. TV shows comedy is still alive and well, but I'm talking about movie rise.
That's going to take, a streaming show that's moving in there. All right, so I do really like this poster. And as some have pointed out, it's a nice nod to a classic Captain America comic book cover. But I also think it's very funny that people are pointing out that it's kind of Avatar papyracy. They're like, isn't that what is it, Helvetica or something? That's hilarious, because it is. I mean, come on, we all use Photoshop. You're not even going to put a shadow on that, like a drop shadow or like the glow. I'm partial to the glow myself. I like a good alpha glow. But that's nuts. And by the way, also on the Thunderbolts trailer, isn't this just impact font? I mean, what's going on over there? If I were SNL, I'd call up Ryan Gosling and I would do they've.
Oh my god, what's she talking about? Also, Grace, it's not just film as well, it's also Black History Month. Yeah, well, that's true too. I mean,
Already done a follow-up sketch. I do another one because this is hilarious. Speaking of weird choices, it would seem that the true villain of Captain America 4 is awful CGI. Oh my God, what are you showing me here? Come on! I mean, wow. Like from this stiff fist on the poster, that's hilarious in and of itself. But also, all these shots in the trailer, you're like, my goodness, holy CGI Batman. The first trailer went with the theme of redacted files. I liked it. But the second one is doing the it's all connected vibe with the moving lines. I like that, which also allows for some cool juxtapositions. I like the way they did that. But here's something even cooler. Maybe mind games. You'll notice that President Ross is confused.
Yeah, the leader
and then suddenly,
race. Yeah.
half the room.
I don't think she gets that. I don't think she notices that sideways. I don't think she gets, yeah. Maybe she'll get to that.
Disappears with a snap. Cool sound cue. Is it intentional? Has he been meant to be mind games? You'll notice that President Ross is confused. And then suddenly, half the room disappears with a snap. Cool sound cue. Is it intentional? Has he been Manchurian candidated? Another old film, like, I mean, like, if you're a cinephile and you like this stuff, you're like, ooh. I mean, some people might be like, I don't care. Is it fun? I mean, I guess obviously it should check both boxes, but I appreciate it. President Ross is confused. Isaiah Bradley is confused. And did you catch this? Reset Ross, reset America. I don't know how making him a Hulk resets anything.
Reset Ross, reset America. You know what that sounds like, right? It sounds like Trump, make America great again. I don't think so. I think it'll still be a Captain America movie. I don't feel that threatened by that. That's scared by that. I think it'll still be a Sam Wilson heavy focus movie.
Anything, you know. I don't get. I'm like, I like what you've written on the wall, but you know, it seems like the rantings of a madman. All right, so who's pulling the strings? A literal line from the trailer, or more accurately, injecting the gamma serum. Why is he red and not green? Is it because he's a Republican president? Maybe that would be hilarious. But I looked.
Oh my fucking god! She had to do that. She had to do that. Oh. Okay. So is a Democratic hawk have to be blue? Okay. Maybe the Democratic hawk has to be blue. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I see that. Huh. Here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Thunderbolt is a Republican. No. But that's a different story. And that game, that's a different story.
Looked it up. I was like, why is Red Hulk red and not green? And apparently he got hit with some cosmic rays as well as some gamma rays. I mean, they're going to have to come up with something else because that just sounds dumb. But the leader is back in.
But it's okay. But it's dumb. It's dumb when Bruce. So that's crazy. That's stupid. But when Bruce becomes Hawk, it's perfectly normal. Normal, right? That sounds. Come on, Grace. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Action, but also Sabra is going to be an interesting player in the game because she's an Israeli agent who went through the Black Widow program supposedly. So where does her allegiance currently lie? She has a lot of options. You know, the United States, Israel, Black Widows that are now their own agency.
She's a good guy. She'll be on the side of. She's an ally. She's not. She's giving the side of. She's getting the side with Sam.
Herself, we'll see. Sam, maybe Sam, right? He's building his own group. But because it's not the group, I wonder. The Marvels really was hurt by the fact that it was built on Disney Plus, on the shoulders of Disney Plus, and unfortunately,
yeah. I mean, it did affect it. I mean, yeah, I think some people didn't see the Marvels because they didn't watch WandaVision. They introduced this Photon. Is it Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan as Miss Marvel, and I think did affect the Marvels.
so is this movie, and so is Thunderbolts. That's not, they're very similar. And it just occurred to me right now while I was filming that is another way in which they're similar. Both these movies spin out of Disney Plus. All right. I mean, also with the
no Thunderbolts, not just Disney Plus. The only person from Thunderbolts that spin out of Disney Plus is U.S. Agent and Valentina. I mean, Valentina was introduced in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but Valentina and U.S. Agent. Okay. Yelena was first in Black Widow, and then Hawkeye. So, okay. Red Guardian was Black Widow. Ghost was Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay. Taskmaster was Black Widow. Bucky Barnes, yeah, he was in a show, but come on, it's not really. Thunderbolts is not really truly a spin-off of the shows.
the Thunderbolts movie films that were not particularly.
That's partly true. That's partly true, but by her though, partly true. Only partly true. Yeah, it's only partly true. It's not fully true. It's not 100% true. It's only partly true. Yeah, it's only partly true. So she's right and wrong on that.
Well received. All right. Whew. All right. So, multiple Black Widows, by the way, in these two films, back to back. And again, as I said, with all the reshoots that they've been doing, it would have been nice if maybe they did tie the two films together. And I hope that's something that maybe is waiting to impress us. And while they might have modeled Red Hulk's chest off of young Harrison Ford, his head is totally current Harrison Ford, even down to the teeth.
And she's getting all horny after. Horny. Phase 3, yeah. It's basically the end, yeah. She's all getting horny for Harrison Ford's Red Hulk.
You would think Harrison Ford would be like, you don't have to play up every imperfection in his lower row of teeth. And they're like, no, we're doing it. But I don't know. It's very effective. I'm like, that's Harrison Ford, all right. He looks more like Red Hulk than Mark Ruffalo looks like Green Hulk. Although these Hulks are pretty sexy. She-Hulk too. I'm trying to make.
Oh my God! I think she has a thing for Hawks. Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! Huh. Oh my fucking God! She's horny for Hawk. Horny for Hawk. Red Hawk. Red Hawk. Oh my God. Yep, the pause frame. I know, man. Man, that is a pretty hot pick of She-Hulk, though. Yeah, Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
She-Hulk happened. Yes, I am. I will say it. I think She-Hulk is great. I think Tatiana Maslany was fabulously cast, and I wouldn't throw away that character just because some of you didn't care for the show. Man, I want to bring her back.
I don't think they're planning to throw away the character. Don't worry. You're not going to throw away the character just because of what a bunch of inbreds said. Okay? It can't do a Hawk film. Universal has the Hawk rights. It can't do a solo Hawk film. Don't worry, she'll come back. They're not gonna completely get rid of a character just because a group of people that whine and cry about She-Hulk want her not to come back. They're not gonna listen to those people. They don't. She's coming back. Don't worry.
So, but
you know what? They're gonna have to live with it. They're gonna have to fucking live with it.
Where's the Hulk's calendar? And speaking of product placement, how much did GMC pay for this little nugget? I was like, oh, I see it. And wow, this is a nice shot. Very clear and present danger. I love that. A little Mission Impossible too, although the last Mission Impossible tanked. But don't forget, Harrison Ford is, and I liked that last Mission Impossible. I thought it was incredible. But
you should do Immortal Hulk. That'd be cool.
Maybe a little too old school. But speaking of old school, Harrison Ford is still the most famous Jack Ryan. Although, again, maybe some of you just don't care. So, yeah, the military is tracking Cap in the battlefield, right? I mean, he's in the air. He's a weapon of, he's on the board. And, as you can see, at least at the beginning, he's very much working with he says he's got his own agenda, but he's clearly working with the government. He's able to go all Top Gun. And he has some really slick moves in this trailer. Although I don't know how he can do the superhero landing without shattering his knees. I'm like, you don't slow down even a little? He didn't take any super soldier serum. In movies with tons of super soldier serum all over the place, I wonder how they're going to explain.
You start questioning that now. You start questioning it now when he's even though when he was a Falcon at the time, you start questioning if he's gonna break his. He said he should shatter his knees, his legs. Now in this, after we seeing him as Falcon, how many times has Falcon would he have landed? Oh come on, like seriously, Grace, why are you making comments like that? Who cares? It's not a big deal. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's what you're right. You're right, man. Sideways, you're right. Who cares how he lands? I mean, why are you making a big deal about it? Big deal about it. He's been doing that before. He went this typical hero landing. Come on.
Explain that. How's he to go up against a Hulk without any super soldier serum? And at this point, how could he take it without seeming to go against everything that he's stood for up until now? He's really kind of put himself, backed himself more into a corner by insisting on taking the high road.
Yeah, that's what we question too, is how he's gonna be able to take on Red Hawk. That's true. That's true.
All right, he's also got maybe two Red Wings will even the odds. He's like, no super soldier serum, but did you see my two little buddies here? Although maybe they're not both his, maybe one belongs to the new Falcon. Danny Ramirez is Joaquin. Sam's wings can slice and dice, fully retract, and do origami. But here's an interesting question. Do they overshadow the shield? I'm not sure. I think they might a little bit. The Russo brothers Captain America movies made me finally appreciate Cap's shield. I always thought, what could that do when I was reading the comics? But seeing it actually in live action, I was like, that's pretty cool. And I have to say, in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, when, Cap, in the end, when he became Captain.
What's wrong? I mean, what's. Probably plot armor. No, it would be plot armor. Yeah. What's wrong with Captain Sam Wilson's Captain America being a more versatile Captain America, where he doesn't just utilize his shield as a weapon. He uses his body, he uses his rings as weapons and other things, and to fly and stuff. There's nothing against him adding to a repertoire of his version of Captain America. Why? He's still using the shield, but he's not allowed to fly. He's not allowed to make adjustments to his Captain America costume. He's not allowed to add, I don't know, different kind of mechanisms, weapons. He's not allowed to add rings. I mean, come on. He probably will have plot armor, but here's the thing. We gotta see the movie first, so we really don't know exactly, right? We can't, right? We don't know exactly. We haven't gone to fan test screenings or anything like that. If there was a fan test screening right here, I probably couldn't say anything, but because I probably have to sign an NDA. But
America, when Falcon became Captain America, he had some cool moves with the shield. And maybe he does in this movie as well. But right now I'm seeing a major focus on the wings and not the shield.
Maybe. Oh, I know. Oh, I know he hates him. I know he hates him. But maybe he does some cool things with the shield while flying. Maybe he's added some tricks. Maybe there's some tricks. Maybe there's some cute sequences with him in the air in the shield, where Steve Rogers was basically on the ground. Maybe with Sam Wilson. Yeah, Sam Wilson. I was almost going to say Sam Roberts. Sam Wilson's version of Captain America, the shield. Maybe he can do some unique tricks with the shield while being in the air. Not just on the ground, but also being in the air. Why not? Why can't you think like that, Grace? Think of the possibilities. Be an open book. Is it me? Why do I always sound like someone has more of an open book than an open mind?
And I
I'm
think,
trying to
like, just like again with the comics, it makes Sam Wilson feel less like the new Captain America and more like a patriotic theming of Falcon. So, I mean, I can understand wanting to make the character his own.
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. Do you want him to be exactly like Steve Rogers, Captain America? How about this? How about this, Grace? Why don't we do this? How about we get him with the rings? Um, rings, all that, the metallic rings. How about he doesn't fly? And how about this? How about he makes this a white face? How about he just becomes white, huh? How about we just make Sam Wilson now, get the same kind of surgery Michael Jackson got, we makes him look white. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that for him. Let's do that. Let's make him exactly like Steve Rogers, Captain America. 100%. Why not? Let's do that, huh? Huh? Okay. Let's. The fuck, man.
Which, obviously you do want to do, but I'm not. I can't.
It's not here. Yes, the costume is symbolism, but it's not the costume that what Captain America stands for. It's his morals. It's his code. That's what Captain America stands for. And you don't need fucking rings. You don't need fucking rings. Okay? Rings or no rings. No, that's not Captain America. It's not about that. My God. She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it.
I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe what part of the problem is, here's another version of Captain America right over here in this trailer. There's Captain Americas everywhere. You can't have that many. Makes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. For sure. If Bucky was Captain America, you're right. Now, with U.S. Agent, why U.S. Agent wouldn't make a good Captain America? Because he's too cocky, he was too arrogant, and too prideful. And you've seen that in the show. That's why he doesn't share the qualities like like Sam Wilson does. It's not about what he looks. I mean, it's not about what it looks on the outside, but what it looks like on the inside. Inside. It's about what's on the inside, not about what's on the outside. Okay.
It's supposed to be.
They might annoy him as Captain America. They might give him a shield. They might try to give him a similar costume. But what made him not Captain America was what he was on the inside. And also, the internet hated him. Yeah.
There can only be one. And I'm also extremely upset, by the way, with whoever styled Bucky's hair. Woo! By far the worst Bucky hair to date. Absolutely criminal. I just can't believe some.
Look at his hairs. Yeah, like Marvel always changes the hairstyles. Like, every single time as a new movie comes out, new show comes out, each actress has a new hairstyle. It's never the same. Never the same. Like it's with Bucky though. With Bucky, it's like, do you want short hair or long hair? It's like, make up your fucking mind, Bucky. What do you want, short or long hair? It's funny though. It is kind of funny. What kind of hair do you want? And honestly, to me, Bucky looks better with longer hair than short hair. I like the longer hair than short hair. Actually, I think it makes him look cooler, more badass. Short hair looks more villain-like, if you ask me.
Someone let him walk around on set like that. Even if Sebastian Stan was like, I mean, he must have liked it that way. Maybe I don't even know what to say, really. I mean, what do you guys think? And we'll see how Bill Pullman Jr. does, but I'm still upset this isn't Sam Reed from Interview with the Vampire. He would be perfect. He would light a fire under this movie like you wouldn't believe. I think he's something, I think.
You could say that from a lot of actors. I don't know, it might still be White Wolf. I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that. I don't know. I don't know what Grace is trying to say here, man.
This movie Thunderbolts would have greatly benefited from a little bit better casting. Would Steven Yeun have done the trick? No, I think it should be Sam Reed. All right, so clearly
Hey, you can make your own Thunderbolts movie and cast them.
Thunderbolts, though, as is all about Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova. This shot, oh my God, it's amazing. Doing her best semi-serious Harley Quinn. I definitely think they're trying to make her
this
like
is one of my
Quinn.
points. Harley Quinn. Yeah, this is what I talked about in my stream.
But speaking of comedy, I hope it's just this.
She's not Harley Quinn. Yeah, that stream I raged about. Yeah, that was one of the things I got upset about. I went ballistic over. Was her saying White Riddle, Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova is Marvel's Thunderbolts, Suicide Squad's Harley Quinn. That's what got me. That got on my nerves. And that stream I did back in September or October. Whenever I did that stream, I forgot what month it was. Whenever the trailer came out, the first trailer, not the one that just came out recently a couple days ago, the first trailer. The first trailer. I think that was October. I don't know. Maybe October, September. I forget which month. It was one of those months.
Special look that's a little too heavy on Red Guardian and not the entire movie. We had the Red Guardian limo service. I mean, it's cute until it's not cute. And you're like,
yeah, actually, that's kind of funny. Yeah, she's shipping for Lena now.
Okay, I get it. And again, as I said, I love David Harbour. I love him. He and Red Hulk can have a dilf off. Although, why do we have to choose?
Oh my God! Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
We had the Red Guardian limo service. I mean, it's cute until it's not cute. And you're like, okay, I get it. And again, as I said, I love David Harbour. I love him. He and Red Hulk can have a dilf off. Although, why?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, did you just hear that? Him and David Harbour and Red Hulk have a dilf off? I just heard that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I knew Grace. I knew Grace has really weird shit. But wow, that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, keep that to yourself. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God.
Why do we have to choose?
Why do we have to choose? I made my choice. I'm not into guys, so okay.
And by the way, kudos
to into guys or something, but I'm not into that.
Harbour for being the only one to fly to Brazil to promote this movie and doing this hilarious callback to Andrew Garfield's recent red carpet gag. That was pretty funny. I liked that a lot. I wish that he had done that on the stage at D23 and not just backstage for the press. That was very clever. But that's right. Florence Pugh is that booked and busy. She can't do any of these promotional events. She's also, again, maybe very tired from carrying this entire movie. This trailer.
Oh yeah, she might be very tired from carrying this entire movie. That's why she's doing all these other movies. She's filming all these other movies. If she's very tired from promoting this movie, she should take a break. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is producing this movie. Yeah.
Though has a lot of cool shots that do not look overly CGI, so I appreciate it. Like this one, very Batman from the Nolan movies. I guess maybe when they were doing the aesthetic here, they were like Russo meets Nolan, and I'm like, I don't know. I think Marvel's supposed to be more colorful. That's another thing that Deadpool and Wolverine did a good job with. I appreciate the Bucky action.
Okay. Okay. But your idea, she should have kept it to herself. That's really.
I mean, I don't like his hair, but I like his moves. More colorful. That's another thing.
Didn't she do this? Didn't she do something similar to this in Hawkeye?
And Wolverine did a good job with. I appreciate the Bucky action. I mean, I don't like his hair, but I like his moves. Very nice. Although
when Batman does it, it's cooler.
I must say the Russo brothers still did a better job with him, at least from what we're seeing. None of the stuff here is as cool as his moves in their movies. He's clearly, though, now that we've seen a little bit more of this scene, he's clearly the one he helps them out, and then he brings them to Val. And I love the clear nod to Dark Avengers.
Oh, yeah. She wants, she is.
Avengers, with Val having them work out of Avengers Tower. It better be more than just a nod, though. It is taking way too long to tell these stories. Like, I don't want to rush through them, but then they shouldn't take years to tell, and then
Blinded, I need you on. You have to hear what she said. Oh my God.
and it takes so long, sometimes they never materialize, or they materialize really poorly. Like, we waited so long for Secret Invasion, and then look what we ended up waiting for.
Yeah, Secret Invasion was shit. Secret Invasion was horrible. It was like the worst Marvel show they put out. Oh my God, that was a horrible show.
I'll never get over it. All right, 2 pet peeves, though, with this trailer. Here, why doesn't Ghost just phase? I'm like, come on. And then also, they don't do enough to play up Taskmaster's ability to copy the moves of other fighters. Even when they introduced her in the,
because nobody cares about this Taskmaster.
so disappointed that they had a male stunt double for most of the scenes in the Black Widow movie, because that's when the character seemed the cool.
I'm not like those people. But I did not want this. I felt Taskmaster should not. Like, Taskmaster was a waste, in my opinion. I don't know.
Coolest. I'm fine with gender bending the character, but she's got to earn the spot. And
Taskmaster was just a waste of a character. Taskmaster wasted a character. They butchered a great character. They butchered a great character. Are you telling me they couldn't have Tony Masters in it?
And so that has not been the case. Am I looking forward to these 2 movies? Yes, I am. But seeing their 2 trailers back to back made me realize that maybe they shouldn't be released back to back. A lot of dualities, and I think that's a hindrance, especially if they aren't intentional. And also, as I said,
you don't sound excited, man.
One of these trailers had a cool new reveal, which I think would have helped both of them. You don't want to show too much, but that's another downside to doing all these events.
You want Marvel and DC to reveal too much. That's your problem, Grace. You don't like surprises. Your problem is you don't like surprises.
You don't want to give away the entire movie. But then also you don't want to seem like your movie can't move the needle of discussion. It's a balancing act. All right, as I said, MVP Florence Pugh, hands down. That's why her co-stars would rather have a cardboard cutout of her next to them than have her not next to them at all.
That's not the reason why. Andrew Garfield had a cardboard cutout of Florence Pugh. It's not because she's a standout of this movie, because they worked together and they bonded on working together on screen together and outside of screen. That's not because she was a standout of this trailer. That's because they worked together and bonded and became friends. All right? She doesn't make her the MVP of this trailer. That's nothing to do with it. And her working with David Harbour, with David Harbour, same thing. She's probably likable on set, very easygoing person, right? What does that have to do with? Oh my god! I, I don't know. She's just making me frustrated. Not like my last stream I did on her about Thunderbolts, but like it's just some of the stuff she says.
And I wish Scarlett Johansson, by the way, had gotten a chance to shine like this. I feel bad for her too. Runner-up, as I said, I'm going to have to go with Mr. Harrison Ford.
Oh.
He's still got the star power, especially in a Jack Ryan type movie like this, where he has always shined.
Star power. This is fucking Marvel. Star power. You think so, D-Grassy?
It makes a difference, just like Denzel is doing all the heavy lifting in the new Gladiator movie. Who do you think is the MVP of these two new trailers and the runner-up?
MVP? Okay, MVP? Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford. Yelena? And Red Guardian. That's it.
And do you think it's an issue to release these two movies back to back? I mean, what are your box?
No, because they're 3 movies apart. They're 3 months apart, and oh really? Wow. And there's 3 movies. They're 3 months apart. Why? There's nothing wrong with them doing this back to back. Why? Why?
Office projections for these two films. I suspect, unless they're hiding some great stuff, they're like, don't tell anybody. These two movies are actually amazing. I mean, I would be thrilled if that were the case. I mean, I think the Deadpool and Wolverine trailers hit harder. But anyway, right now, based on what we're seeing and the fact they're so similar, and that they build off of Disney Plus, I'm gonna.
Oh really?
600 to 800 million, Alex. Or Bob Barker, right? Or we're doing Price is Right or Jeopardy. But 600 to 800 million. I guess Price is Right. I'm going to 600 to 800 million range worldwide. I don't see a billion here. I don't see a billion for either one. And especially with 9 MCU projects in 2025. At Brazil, D23 Brazil, Kevin Feige did say that after 2025, they're going to go to, I think they were saying, what, 3 movies a year? 2?
No, 2 movies and 3 shows per year in 2026. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that is true. They did say they're going to 2 movies and 3 shows a year. But I don't think the Spider-Man show counts in 2026. The Spider-Man movie counts as that. I'm not sure. But yeah, they did say they're going to 2 movies and 3 shows per year.
Well, I'll put it up here. It's 3 and 2, breaking either way.
No, it's 2 and 3.
But that's not what 2025 is going to be. They're clearing the deck, I guess. They don't want to sit on this stuff any longer, which I do think is the right call. These things often do not age like fine wine.
Don't they only have 1 show for 2026 though? Isn't the Vision the only show that's supposed to come out 2026, and they haven't announced another show since? I'm pretty sure Vision is the only show scheduled for 2026. I think there's a chance they may move Wonder Man to that year. Whatever.
So yeah, get them out there. But 9 is tough because the problem is that Marvel fans are going to feel that they can wait for digital or streaming, and also casuals. Woo! I mean,
Marvel fans are going to wait for digital streaming? No! Marvel fans are going to see it day 1. What are you talking about? See this stuff day 1.
Especially, and even
Marvel fans are going to see this movie day 1, day 2, day 3. They're not going to wait to digital or streaming unless they can't afford it.
for fans, how are you going to get them to go back and rewatch these movies a bunch of times? Because again, they're going to have plenty of other MCU content to tide them over while they wait to be able to do so at a lower price point. Although, unless you've got a subscription service to your local multiplex, then have at it. But what do you think? Again, what do you think? I think
we all. Oh yeah, so season 2 Daredevil is confirmed. Okay. Oh.
The real issue is that they're back to back. I think that's the issue. I mean, I think Fantastic Four will benefit from feeling so much different, so different from these two. But we'll see. Okay, so again, what do you think? Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos.
Yeah, me too.
Right now.
All right. How long have we been doing this? Hour 16. I don't know what she's talking about. She does not make sense. D-Grassy, if you're free, you can still come in. I got about 40 minutes to go. If 40 minutes to 12, I could end it here. But if you want to come in, you can come in. We'll talk some more. But she's right. Kevin Feige did say they plan to go to 2 movies and 3 shows a year. He did say that. I think that's all I have. I don't know what to say. I mean, like, the DILF part caught me, like, oh my gosh. She just had to. She couldn't keep that in. She couldn't. Oh my god. Hey, D-Grassy. Yeah, she's talking about Black Panther 3. Now, I think Denzel Washington is going to be in a little bit of hot water by revealing that. But it's nothing's going to happen. They're not going to do anything. I mean, he probably should not have revealed that it's going to be Black Panther 3. I'm just saying. Marvel doesn't like that. Hey, D-Grassy, what are your thoughts on that?
Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're fine, man.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I don't know what to think anymore.
But you know how Marvel operates. They really don't like. They really
oh, you're talking about Denzel talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, is he really writing a part for Denzel? Is Denzel negotiating in public? Was it just something that they talked about in passing at a Diddy party or something?
Yeah, you got a good point here because Denzel has been in this business for 40 years. He well knows that he should know the game, like, right? He should know the game.
Yeah.
If it's right, he's probably right. He should know that he can't really say something like that.
Yeah, but it happens,
Yeah.
Famously, recently, it's happened.
Yeah, and what, like, yeah, he says he's planning to retire. So I think he had like 4 movies. He said in that interview, plans to retire. But it's Denzel, guys. Like, Denzel's safe. They're not gonna like.
I'm pretty sure he'll be a villain because that's.
Yeah, I know. That's what I think. Yeah, it's gonna be one movie, right? So most likely be a villain. If you're right.
Yeah.
If you're signed up for one movie in MCU or a TV,
he was going to be a villain he was going to be a villain in John Watts' Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you're most likely, if you sign up for one project, mostly in MCU, you're most likely to be a villain.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes there's like Tom Hiddleston, Daniel Bro. I think that's his name. If that's pronounced it right, female actor. Sometimes though.
Daniel Bruh.
Is that his name? How do you say his last name? Is it
Isn't it Brule? Daniel Brule?
Brule? Yeah.
Bruh.
Bruh. That sounds good. That sounds good. A good name, but bruh. I know bruh.
Daniel Bruh.
Brule.
I thought it was Daniel Brule.
Do you hear what she said about David Harbour and Red Hawk? She called him DILFs.
Well, she's in that wheelhouse. They're in her wheelhouse. She probably likes them round and big.
Oh my gosh, she's this is grace for you, man. Like she's
thirsty.
oh yeah. How could anybody like Taskmaster? I'm sorry, that Taskmaster was a waste.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care for Taskmaster. Never really did anything for me in the comics either. So
yeah, and she's against Captain America. She has a problem with Captain America having rings and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Who cares? Why does it matter?
yeah, but she knows her audience, and like most of these people do, and they have to, and they're catering to them, confirming their biases, telling them what they want to hear,
Yeah. She comes off.
She's no different.
She comes off as something as like sometimes she just sounds low. Then sometimes she's sounding the opposite at times. Like, what are you?
Well, I mean, there's common sense,
Yeah.
and common sense can fall, on either side,
Yeah.
I was trying to tell some people earlier today, it's everything isn't black and white. There are many things that are,
Sure.
right? But big picture stuff, God's eye view type stuff, it's nuanced and subtle, and so you can think two different. You can hold two conflicting thoughts about the same subject in your head. It's not beyond human capacity, I can be for something. I can be for something and against it. I can be for against it. But what she does is she talks out of both sides of her mouth.
Yes.
She'll her thing is, I liked this movie, but I hated it. And then she flips and flops back and forth through whatever she does, and she picks it apart probably more than any of this stuff needs to be picked apart. You can have stuff you liked about a movie and stuff you disliked about a movie, but when that's basically her job is to tell people that, But yeah, she's dopey, man. I can't. Like I said, the only time I ever listen to her is when you do this.
She doesn't she doesn't understand.
She's catering to a very specific film goer, TV watcher.
I just said, like, she compares Steve Rogers, Captain America, to Sam Wilson's Captain America, and she's like, yes, he has rings. Why does he need rings if it's a shield? I'm like, you're not cool to beat action sequences with the shield while he's flying and stuff? Just think of that. Like, Grace, think of that.
Because it's part of his character.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't he? Like, if you were an expert.
And it's not about the outside. Captain America doesn't stand when it's on the outside. It's about the inside of the character, right? When he stands, that's why U.S. agent was not a good Captain America because he did not have the principles of Captain America.
We can't forget that Steve chose him.
Yeah.
Right. And also, you have a super suit that you can fly in, and you have this superhero identity, and you're asked to adopt another superhero identity and become this symbol of hope and freedom and peace in the world. And then why wouldn't you keep your old super suit and just give it a new paint job?
Does she forget in First Avenger, Captain America also had a machine gun? He had a machine gun too, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, Cap shot some Nazis.
Yeah, he didn't just use a shield. Why? This, yeah. It's about. There's a reason why Steve chose him. It's because of what he stands for. That's why he stands for. It's about what you stand for, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and he was, his friend,
Yeah.
and all of that. And it's just, I mean, hadn't he donned or carried the shield before? I can't remember. You know,
I don't remember.
before he was officially Cap.
I
It
don't
doesn't
think
matter. It's been changed and retconned and re-retconned. And
Pistol in the first Avenger, yeah. Like Captain, it's not Captain America flying and stuff with all those possible tricks he can use to shield in the air and stuff. Like, you know how cool that'd be? Just
yeah,
give me
I'm not going
action.
to give up my super cool super suit that I designed myself or whatever
Yeah.
to
And
just because I got a fancy new
I'm
shield
pretty
and
sure
a new
Steve
tank.
Rogers. If he saw it, be like, he'd be happy. He'd be like happy for Sam. He
Yeah,
wouldn't. You wouldn't be disgusted by it, right? Like, come on.
yeah, no, I don't know. It's dumb. But yeah, 90 days, like literally 90 days from today, I believe the red carpet is February 12th.
Oh my god. Oh, February 12th?
Is the red carpet premiere? Yeah, 2 days.
That's usually not a good sign, right? A day or
No,
two.
it's not. 2 days? No, 2 days is a horrible sign.
Like, yeah, usually it's a horrible sign. Yeah. Yeah, that's not because Marvel doesn't.
The last I heard, the last I knew, and it was confirmed that the red carpet was February 12th.
Apparently they might have a premiere in Toronto. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do that.
Oh, because in August, Grocery Train has promotion with Marvel, right? And if you get these special cards, right? Trading cards, special trading cards. It's not. I have some of them, right? But if you get lucky, if you find this specific card, you may end up winning a trip to the Captain America premiere. Now I don't know if that's LA. It just says Captain America 4 premiere.
Yeah, there'll probably be one
Yeah.
in Toronto.
Usually they don't do Marvel premieres in Toronto. They did for Deadpool and Wolverine. They had one, and I think they did for Miss Marvel. Deadpool and Wolverine is a reason why it's a Canadian thing, obviously.
February 12th is a Wednesday, but it's also President's Day, and that kind of tracks. So
they're doing reshoots again. I know it's ridiculous. Why?
And I'm fairly.
Oh,
I think that the director has been fired.
Canned?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know who's shooting these pickups, but it's not him.
Is it like the Borderlands situation?
No. That was the Borderlands situation was something more akin to like what happened to Snyder with the Justice League, kind of. Personal, something happens personally to the director, and then they have to go away for a while for whatever reason. And then
usually when you change directors a few months out before a movie comes out, the movie is not going to be.
Well, I don't think it's. I was just like,
he's not going to get the best work. I don't care what director you get, you probably won't get the best work. Like, you get Nolan, right?
Weird.
It was Christopher Nolan, and like, I don't know if he could save it. That's the thing. It's not a good set. Blinded told me he thinks Mia Goth is going to leave Blade.
She already left Blade.
Oh, where? I didn't see any. Oh, really?
Yeah, she's out.
Really?
Yep. Check
back in June, she was like still in it. Did she leave on her own or?
Yeah, she walked. Yeah.
Or okay, not the accusations or anything like that, right?
What's that? I'm sorry. I'm
not the accusations about her what she did on set for Maxine or whatever.
No. That's all. From what I understand, that's all That's all cleared up.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that didn't make the news.
No, sure didn't. Funny,
It's
isn't it?
oh, you think something
No, it was a catch and kill. I'm sure after, like, I think dude dropped the charges and
oh.
he was at the premiere.
Oh, she thinks some green. She got that person got off for
Well,
some
not well
green.
that I don't think he. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't think he had.
A case. So he's
Well,
at the
no, he had a case. He had a case against her. He had a case against the director. He had a case against the production company. He had a case against what is it, A24? He had a case against multiple parties, but I don't
and
think
he was
he
at the
had.
premiere.
Yeah. So, yeah, something clearly went down there where it kind of all got swept away, swept under the rug. But I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a fourth installment now because they didn't get the return on Maxine that they wanted. But I know there were plans
No,
for a fourth movie,
no.
which isn't. I mean, there very well will be. They're very, there could well be, but I don't know.
What happened? What happened to the comedy genre and the rom-com comedy drama? The rom-com and comedy drama has really not been strong for years.
I mean, they kind of had a comeback this summer with that Sydney Sweeney Glenn Powell movie.
Yeah, you get the weird one once the case, but you don't get. There's no consistency anymore with them. Like.
But are there any young comedic actors that could?
TV wise, there's good TV wise, there's good comedies, right? Like TV wise, the movies.
I mean, maybe is there? I don't know. Like, what am I watching on TV that's funny? I don't think there's anything I'm watching on TV.
Did you hear about Dune
right
Prophecy? I heard it's not a good. Pretty early reviews say it's not good.
Which one?
Dune Prophecy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's just weighted down, just like collapses under its own weight because there's just too much, and like who really cares what happens 10,000 years before poetry? Like it's based on books that no self-respecting Dune fan would admit. Yeah, it's just there's nothing good about it. But if it's good, then great. If it's not,
when's it premiere? This weekend?
Yeah, Sunday, I believe.
Sunday. I'll probably watch.
Well, I'm gonna watch it for sure, but
I can't
if it doesn't.
I can't believe Netflix is going to drop Cobra Kai Part 2 on the same day with the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight.
I can't. Is that this Friday?
Yeah, it's this Friday.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Me and Blind might do a live stream of a boxing event.
Awesome.
But the thing is,
for me, it could be one of those things that, like, just like everything, like what you want to happen isn't what's going to happen.
I don't.
And
they're both terrible human beings. Like both of them, right? I mean, Tyson's actually worse because he actually committed rape and all that shit, right?
But see, I think the difference is that Mike Tyson has paid his debt to society.
Yeah, and Mike Tyson hasn't been controversial.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been a little controversial, but not like he paid his debt to society. He came back. Everybody forgave him.
Yeah, yeah.
It became
Paul's just the guy you wanted to get beat up. Like Paul's like the Paul brothers, not just Jake, both of them.
I want to see Tyson pulp him.
I think Tyson will win.
I hope so. I know kid's got like youth on his side, but I just don't see on any planet him being stronger and more.
He hasn't fought anybody like Tyson.
But this has got to be fake. It's got to be. I mean, I think all boxing matches are fixed. I hope
it's not like the McGregor Mayweather fight. Oh my god.
I hope it's just one punch and then and then that's it. Lights out. Like, I'm not saying kill the guy, but if that happens, so be it.
If Tyson loses a Paul, I won't have any respect for Tyson anymore because I feel like
well, it's fixed, man. They're not gonna.
Yeah, it'll be fixed. It would definitely be fixed because it'd be the worst loss in Tyson, even if he has 50s, whatever in his 50s, it'd be the worst loss ever for him because even worse than losing to Buster Douglas. Even worse than that. If
he's 60-something, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
58. Only 4 years
58.
older than me. Crazy.
Man. See what kind he still looks like he's in decent shape.
Oh, he's look at the size. Find a recent picture of him and look at the size of his arms and his shoulders, and
He's
it's unreal.
He's getting like 20 million for this fight.
And he's been recently talking about Iron Mike's out.
Yeah.
The difference between Iron Mike and Mike Tyson.
What?
That's what he says. Iron Mike's coming out for this fight because Iron Mike's the vicious animal.
God, I hope
Mike Tyson's.
No, he should bite Jake Paul's ear off.
Oh, I just want to see him collapse his skull. Just.
Oh my God.
Just cave his skull in. I mean, it sounds terrible, but I don't want the dude to die. But if he does, I mean, you got in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. What do you think is gonna happen? You got in the ring with a legit boxer.
Yeah, I just don't see any. There's no world where he just isn't annihilated.
Yeah. It's on Netflix too, so you don't have to pay extra for it. You just have to pay Netflix.
Yeah,
but there's an undercard fight. I don't care about the freaking undercard.
What's the undercard?
I don't know. Like D-Grassy, I don't watch boxing because boxing hasn't really been that popular in years, like it once was, right? Hasn't been really
it used to be on HBO every Friday night, man.
It was one of the first HBO when HBO was starting. Boxing is one of the first things they got, right?
Yeah, it was huge, man. I mean, we wouldn't.
You know what killed it?
We wouldn't go out. We wouldn't go out to party or whatever until after boxing was over.
You know what killed boxing? It did
UFC.
UFC, yeah, MMA, yeah. UFC. Yep, that's true.
And UFC kills boxing, and then UFC just basically becomes more like professional wrestling.
Oh, it definitely is. And even UFC, like 15 years ago, UFC was huge. It's not as huge as it once was.
I don't support it. I don't support the UFC in any way, shape, or form. I used to. We used to get the pay-per-views all the time and have parties and stuff.
They don't have that true star, right? Like Conor McGregor, Brock Lesnar, even Ronda Rousey for a time.
Dana White's a criminal.
Dana White's yeah. He's not likable, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just a horrible human being.
Yeah.
And he's no better than Vince McMahon.
No. Unfortunately,
Vince McMahon will probably end up being our Secretary of Commerce or something.
Oh my God! But Dana White's boss is TKO, isn't it?
Yeah. He sits on. He has a board seat, and I think he has a board seat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Is that your dog?
No, it's my wife. She threw a sleeping bag at me.
Why?
She's kicking me out. She's putting me out. In the doghouse.
She's mad at you? What did you do?
No. In my room, I have my game media room where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I nap in here.
Oh.
Right. And me and my dogs like to lay. I have a futon, right?
Okay.
And I put a sleeping bag. It's got a mattress, a mattress pad, and then I put a sleeping bag over it, so my dogs are comfy. Yeah. So I'm sitting on this futon now, talking to you, looking at my TV.
Yesterday, D-Grassy, I was doing that stream on Batman and Grace. That was the weirdest conversation I saw in my chat about Mr. Freeze, like all those theories.
Somebody obsessed with Mr. Freeze.
I mean, like, it's.
Wonder if they know the Tobey Maguire's biggest fan.
Oh no! I mean, Snow is evidence it's gonna be Mr. Freeze. I mean, okay.
I mean,
Gotham snows all the time.
Hasn't Matt Reeves, Dylan Clark, and Madsen Tomlinson said no Mr. Freeze?
I think so.
Yeah, like three of the main. The director, the executive producer, and the co-screenwriter said no Freeze.
Also, what was the other point?
It strains the believability of what they're trying to do.
I'm not trying to insult the person. Maybe he's a big Mr. Freeze fan. I'm not trying to insult the person. Like, I'm trying to just, I wasn't trying to be insulting to the guy.
Oh, no, I know.
I'm
It was
just
just London's like, come on.
yeah. Like the other things, like the guy's name is Victor. Like that's Mr. Freeze, and he calls Oz family. That's a notion to Northeast. No, the Victor relationship to Penguin is mirrors Dick Grayson's relationship to Batman. That's what it's supposed to be. Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. It was definitely a mirror.
Yeah. Just the difference is he kills him.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
It's not like Bruce Wayne. Batman doesn't try to, in his own unique way, to kill his
Yeah.
sidekicks.
I mean, yeah, he makes him go fight criminals at night. One of the most dangerous ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he thinks he's helping them and saving them from what he suffers from, which
And he
I
does
don't
get
know, it's
accused
weird.
of it. I mean, Leslie Tompkins has been famously known to be against Bruce Wayne training these kids to be crime fighters. As
Yeah, I wonder how
she's
wonder
kind
how
of a
Gunn's
forgotten
gonna
character.
address it.
Actually, Leslie Tompkins has become a forgotten character in the Batman lore.
she's in Arkham Shadow.
Oh, she's Arkham Shadow. She was in the
Yeah.
Gotham show, but we don't see her much, like in other stuff, as much. Like we
She
don't
grew
see-
up in Arkham Shadow. You find out that she grew up with Bruce and Harvey. And they were all friends.
Oh, but she's supposed to. She's well, we know, but she's supposed to represent the mother's. Alfred's supposed to be the father's side, right? The adopted father's
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
And she's supposed to represent the mother's side, right? The Martha side, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
30. Yeah,
It'd be
yeah. He's
interesting to see how if they use her, whether in the Batman Epic Crime Universe or saga, or if they use her in the DCU, since the Bat family is essentially fleshed out going into the DCU. There's probably she might be there from the jump. We don't know.
Yeah. She definitely should be an interesting character. We need more of her. We just.
Creature Commando screeners have went out.
Oh, really? They're saying good things, or
I don't know. I don't know how they couldn't, because it's just that good. But I don't suspect the reviews will be bad at all. And if they are, they're just fronting.
You see what IGN gave the Penguin episode, the finale? He gave it like a 7 out of 10.
Who did?
IGN.
Oh yeah, they're garbage. They don't.
They used to be respectable. It used to be.
Did they though? I mean,
Used to be.
you know.
You're 30 years old. Yeah, that was funny. As I said, the Mr. Freeze stuff. I mean, some of the I like this one. I mean, I like this one. Mr. Freeze could be the villain. He could freeze the water from the bombing, right, the flood and all that. And I pointed out, if that's the case, so all that's ice. When summer comes and melts, ice becomes water. The flood will continue.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Maybe if the evaporator was the villain in Batman Part 2, it wouldn't be a problem.
D-Grassy, I'm getting tired of I understand why I make the point that Batman is not in the shows. Maybe he should be mentioned a couple times, but I'm tired of people. Why is Batman not looking at this? Why is Batman not doing this? Why is Batman not stopping this? Gotham's a big fucking city. One crime could be happening while another crime is happening at the same time, and Batman could be taking care of this crime while this crime is happening somewhere else. He's a human being.
Maybe he's caught in another villain's diabolical trap, and he can't get out.
Maybe stopping a robbery somewhere else, or he's a human being. Why do people treat Batman like a freaking god? That's the problem. Like, they treat him like he's a god.
What's the Penguin gonna do when he in the Batman movies when he can't cuss?
even D-Grassy, even Superman, Metropolis, even Superman can't stop all the crime happening.
Yeah, no, he can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah, exactly. And he has a better chance of doing it because he's more powerful and he has those powers. But Batman can't do it. He's a freaking human being. The problem is, I think people are getting this mindset that Batman, he is not an ordinary human, but he's not a god. He can't be everywhere once. He's human, and he's this very well prepared human.
I wonder if he's going to wear his top hat.
His top. Oh yeah, I was kind of a little sad he wasn't wearing purple. Like I want to
Yeah,
see.
I think. Well, didn't that coat didn't it have kind of a like a dark
Yeah,
purple tint to it? I think it. I think he had a little purple on.
yeah. The thing is, Bruce said that in you mean can't. I know what you mean. You mean can't. He even said it in the Batman. He can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah,
That's why he mentions that it's not the signal. It's not just a signal. It's a warning. To put fear into criminals that he might be there when they're committing a crime.
yeah. I can't. I'm not
Okay.
finding any. I'm not finding any responses to these screeners. I don't know what the uh, embargoes look like, but I don't suspect there would be any because they really want people to know how good this show is, and I don't think anybody realizes how much of like a DCU lore dump the show is over the course of its run.
Oh yeah, it'd be like
There's just a lot of.
yeah,
It's just it's layered with stuff that I like. Not I don't want to say plot threads that are left dangling or whatever, because that's not really what they are, but just little teases of what's to come and what what we look forward to, what that's gonna be like, what we
yeah,
can look forward to, you know.
like
Just with all the Dr. Phosphorus stuff, there's a lot of
yeah,
Gotham lore in Dr. Phosphorus's origin. In every one of those characters' origins, there's densely layered DC universe lore, characters, places, situations, events. You know,
things that
it's
happen. Yeah,
yeah, we're literally walking into essentially what will appear to be a fully fleshed out,
that's what.
lived in universe that things have happened in, and there's been superheroes for decades, and
Yeah,
aliens exist, and other
I
extra dimensional beings exist, and then you have characters in some of these shows, like in Lanterns. There's a conspiracy
I
theorist character. How do you do it? Like that's what's going to be so novel
that's
about
what I hate
Lanterns
about
is
DCU's Batman, the 20-year Batman, and all of a sudden, a 40 to 45-year-old Batman. All of a sudden, we got people from the sea, aliens. I'm like, come on, like
it's going to be awesome, Aaron.
I know.
Trust me.
That was just my issue. That's one of my problems with DCU.
It's going to be awesome. Just you got to let the MCU brain rot out of your head.
Oh no, like if you want brainwash, that's Grace, man. She wants Easter eggs and everything. I'm like, why do you want? Like, Blind has said the best. Easter eggs are for the hardcore audiences. General audiences are not going to notice Easter eggs.
Yeah, it's every single DCU project is going to have Easter eggs. It's just the nature of the beast with this kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, and most of the most Easter eggs don't lead anything. In Marvel, most Easter eggs don't mean anything.
Yeah, they're not supposed to really.
Yeah,
That's why they're Easter eggs. They're not unresolved plot threads or
yeah.
you know. Um,
Oh, they're planning a lot of Batman villains these next movies and shows. Lots of them.
Hush.
This could honestly be like an Arkham. Eventually, the final movie could honestly be like an Arkham style movie, like from the video game style, where he goes around taking down villains while there's a main story. It could be. That's what I think Matt Reeves' Endgame is going to be like an Arkham style movie. Not exactly an Arkham Asylum, but in the Arkham games you fight like 8 to 10 villains.
I think it could be a set piece.
Yeah,
in one of these movies where he's got to make his way, through Arkham. But
yeah.
I don't know. I know Hush is coming. It's unavoidable. It's the hints from the first movie and in every episode of this show hint that all point to Thomas Elliot.
And yeah.
And in the Batman universe, did his father not own the newspaper?
Also, well, I believe in the comics, the Elliots also did start the Gazette.
Yeah. The Elliots were
Yeah.
newspapers. So, and I just,
Yeah.
Hush is coming.
Yes, the Elliots in the comics were a prestige family going back centuries. Like when Gotham started,
Yeah, yeah, they're like the Waynes. They're like
them and the Cobblepots. I think Cobblepots were one of them too. Well, obviously the Cobblepots in this universe are not part of that. They're not elite. They're not an elite family. Obviously, right?
yeah.
But I assume the Waynes would be, because you need money to open up a newspaper business. You need money for that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to have some kind of material wealth to start
Yeah,
one, or somebody
yeah,
backing you up.
yeah. Now with Hush, I don't know what the revenge of Batman would be because I don't know why. Because I know in the comics he hated his father. He didn't like his father, and I don't understand why Grace
He
has
killed his parents in the comics.
Yeah, because he hated them, right? He hated them. I don't know what Grace has a problem with. It's not okay for a man to choke woman and hang woman in but if it's a woman doing it, she's fine with it. And I'm like, Grace, this is fucking Batman. Do you know the heinous stuff that happens in the Batman comics and stuff?
It's something that I think Hush's introduction is going to have something to do with the Riddler, because the Riddler was
That's how he got first introduced in the comics.
Yeah. The Riddler was dying, and he went to the Lazarus pit, and
Cancer, yeah.
And saw a vision that
Batman was Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. So I can't. It's unavoidable to me when I watch the movie and the show that Hush is. I guess it has something to do with journalism and corruption in Gotham, and the relationship that Bruce and Thomas had when they were kids, and so we'll get to see an element of Bruce's past, which I think they've kind of skirted so far in that. Well, in the movie there was there were just glancing mentions of it,
Also,
I'm not saying flashbacks or anything, but what I'm saying is that we get to see a side of Bruce Wayne.
Also, with Sophia and Selena Kyle, what if they team up to go after Penguin? Because I remember in the Batman, Selena wasn't a scene with the Penguin.
Yeah, no, I totally think Selena's going to break Sophia out of Arkham.
Yeah, but
and then we'll have two sisters, and we'll have a brotherhood story between Tommy and Bruce. A figurative brotherhood story, and then we'll have a literal sisterhood story between Sophia and Selena.
Do you think it's possible they might have to, like you suggest that Batman might have worked with Penguin? Do you think it's possible Penguin and Selena and Sophia will have to prioritize their differences for the best of Gotham?
This was before. I thought that before Sunday night.
Oh,
but now I don't think that. I mean, I'm not. I suppose it could still happen. It made sense. It made sense before he killed Vic.
Oh yeah.
But now he's just irredeemable, man, and putting,
There's a better chance Bruce teamed up with Sophia, Batman teamed up with Sophia and Catwoman than Penguin.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
I think Bruce and Selena are going to have issues.
I think there's a chance they might end up redeeming Sophia.
Like, that's rough. I don't know. I mean, does she deserve redemption? Probably.
Kind of. A little bit.
Yeah. She was definitely.
She's not like a comic counterpart. The comic counterpart doesn't deserve redemption, but this one kind of does.
Yeah, comic book counterpart's a big back bruiser too. She's
She kind of, because this was her falling into madness. It wasn't her fault.
Wasn't Gigante her married name in the comic? Yeah. She married the Gigante. Yeah.
Yeah, in this case,
Sophia Gigante.
Yeah, in this case, the mother married. The mother was the Gigante right away, and I think there were also Gigantes were another crime family in Gotham.
Yeah, and then Sophia married in the Long Halloween or Dark Victory. Maybe it was Dark Victory, or she had married in between. I don't know. I can't remember. I need to read them again.
Yeah, the thing they're gonna build up so many damn villains in this. In these, like I don't know how many projects they're gonna do. Maybe Penguin season 2, another maybe show based on a villain, and then Batman Part 2 and 3. I think they're definitely gonna do Batman Part 3.
I think they're definitely going to do a Catwoman something,
Yeah. I I'm hope
especially after the critical success of Blink Twice.
the thing is I wonder like
We know Zoe
it'll be
Kravitz is
interesting.
correct.
What if, I mean you say Hush, but Part 3, what if Joker's been manipulating everything from the start?
I mean, it's clear someone is. And Matt Reeves in that video that we watched last night kind of alludes to it. You know, we're gonna see what the truth about why Gotham, you know, is the way it is. The real truth. Isn't that what he said? We're see the real truth behind
I'm
the machinations of Gotham's depravity.
I hope still a major part of this story is Bruce trying to find out who murdered his parents. Like why?
No, I think, like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't need that.
But in the first movie, they kind of played it.
Well, I mean, in Tim Burton, I forget, was it Charles McCown? One of the writers, actually, you know what? In the original, 5 years before Batman came out, like when Tim Burton was making Pee-wee's Big Adventure, he was writing his first treatment for Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote it with his girlfriend at the time. And that was where the Joker kills the Waynes came from.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of carried through back and forth until the movie finally got made. So we had, in Batman, we had the Joker responsible. In Batman Begins,
Joe Chill.
we had Joe Chill, right? Yeah. And then
Here, we don't know.
we didn't know who Affleck's parents' killer was. It was just some nameless, faceless crook that we could probably assume was Joe Chill. And yeah, we don't know this one either.
Mm-hmm.
What about Cape Crusader? Did they ever? I gotta watch that again because I didn't.
No.
I didn't pay very close attention. I just kind of watched it.
But he's always like in most stuff. He's always kind of put his investigation on his parents' killer to the side. He's always one of those in the back of his head kind of things.
Yeah. In the comics, they went back and forth where he knew.
Oh, they changed it a lot.
Yeah, he knew. He didn't know.
Hot
he knew,
take.
He didn't know.
I think the three Jokers ruined the Joker character a lot.
It was a perfectly fine standalone story, but it had no place in.
They had to retcon a lot of stuff in the future comics.
Yeah, they did, and that was all out of that. That was all out of the misfire that was the New 52.
Yeah. The movie Rebirth. Yeah, they had. I watched a video on how the three Jokers ruined Joker character. Joker No Way Home.
Yeah, like I said, as a standalone story, as its own thing, it's fine.
Yeah, they tried to make it canon. The Killing Joke eventually became canon, but it's not needed to become canon.
I think Jeff Johns is mildly, he's on the spectrum when it comes to everything having to make sense and line up. And he's always done a good job at it. He made some kind of sense out of Hawkman's continuity. He made some kind of sense out of, Barry Allen's time away and Hal Jordan's time away. He made it all make sense,
But I don't think he gets Batman.
Jeff Johns?
Yeah.
I thought very few writers do today. I haven't read I haven't finished like a whole story arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's probably with Chip Zdarsky, it's probably personal because of an incident at the Chicago Comic-Con many years ago.
Okay.
So I'll never read anything that jerk writes. And I mean, I read pretty much all of Scott Snyder's stuff. But yeah, I mean, I get all the comics I want. I just don't, because I don't want to. It's got to be really good if I'm going to stick around to buy it every month or collect or get the trade paperback or the hardcover when it comes out. But yeah, if they do any like legit canonical DCU comics, I'll probably get those. I buy Flash Gordon comics whenever Flash Gordon comics come out.
Yeah.
Those. If Marvel publishes any kind of new Miracle Man stuff, I'll buy that. But I follow writers. A handful of artists I follow, but mostly writers. But so we were talking about Batman writers, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at one of my shelves right now, and most of my Batman on one of my shelves, that's all Grant Morrison Batman. That's like everything he ever wrote as far as Batman.
And they do Batman Incorporated.
Yeah, he did Batman Incorporated. He took over the mainline Batman book, and that's where Batman and Son and the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul and Batman R.I.P., the Return of Bruce Wayne. What else? Yeah, Batman Incorporated, 2 volumes of that.
Well, the Batman,
his JLA Batman, for me, you can't.
Batman
was the greatest Batman ever written.
New 52. Batman was the best stuff to New 52. That's
because it didn't. They changed. That was where the least amount of changes were.
Yes.
They didn't. They literally didn't change anything in the Batman Bat book. Any of the Bat books, all the Bat books stayed the same.
They made Superman a freaking guy with jeans and angry all the time, and that's clearly what Zack Snyder. He took that inspiration from that.
They got some kind of caveat from Scott Snyder.
I'll say this: the one thing the New 52 did was made Aquaman cool.
Aquaman's always been cool.
But you know what I mean, right? He's always been
improved the public perception of Arthur Curry.
Yeah, and Jason Momoa definitely helped that too.
Yeah.
But overall, the New 52 was a major misfire.
Oh,
they should have never gone down that road.
You have no idea, man.
Yeah.
Like so many stores lost their ass on those books.
Oh my God.
It was just bad.
And
since Rebirth, it's been so much better.
Right after Flashpoint too, like the New 52 started right after Flashpoint. Flashpoint was a huge success. I remember getting
Flashpoint was great for what it was.
I was getting all the Flashpoint stuff, the main Flashpoint comics and the side comics from different characters. And I was getting. Did you get they also had the pins that you could put on your shirt?
If any tchotchkes like that, I don't mess with anymore. Not the modern stuff. It has to be something really, really cool.
It just Flashpoint was good. And
DC's gonna be doing some reprints next year. Some stuff that hasn't. They did that this year with the DC and Marvel. The DC Marvel Classics Compendium. Excuse me. And the DC versus Marvel and Amalgam stuff. But there's going to be more of that coming. And then there's also going to be some DC stuff that they haven't printed in a long time.
DC live action versus Marvel.
I mean, it's not outside of the realm of possibility. That's the thing.
Disney and Warner Bros. Working?
There's a reason why these comics have been collected in these omnibus editions. Yeah. There's a reason why they'll be broken down into smaller versions, more affordable versions, going all the way back to the stuff from the late 70s. Superman, Hulk, Superman, Spider-Man, New Teen Titans, or X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men New Teen Titans, which I could have cared, 12, 11, 12, 13. Mm-hmm. I couldn't care less about the X-Men until they teamed up with the New Teen Titans. Right? Great crossover, just epic crossover.
I'm just bummed we're going to get X-Men to 2028.
Oh no. I mean, Kevin Feige said it this weekend.
Yeah.
I put it in your chat earlier.
Yeah.
Any place, anywhere, anytime, and sooner the better, pretty much is what he said. They are going to fucking shoehorn Deadpool and Wolverine into everything they can.
They could literally They could literally do. They don't even need to do another movie together. They could actually do solo movies and they do well.
Well, yeah,
After
I think that's and they're you can guarantee. I will guarantee that a lot of the Fox X-Men will be getting a proper send off if they don't return fully into the
yeah,
MCU.
and and the mutant stuff, not it just expands the whole Pandora's box for MCU because you could do so much stuff with this mutants. Not just the X-Men, like the Team X-Men, but other mutants out there.
Yeah, and all they have to do is say, yeah, there was this
Yeah,
cataclysmic event that nobody remembers called the House of M, and the
they,
Scarlet Witch made all the mutants disappear. Where have they been all this time?
they could do that. There's something similar like the Witcher, right? In the Witcher prequel, um, the humans came from another universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's multiverse. There's a
I'm
multiverse.
not versed in
Yeah, they came from another
Witcher
universe.
lore.
The original land, right, was inhabited by dwarves and elves. And then I can't really explain. You have to watch kind of show. But there's multiverses, and at the end of the prequel show, the humans came from another multiverse. And but the thing that came with the humans was the monsters. And that's why there's a need for Witchers to take out the monsters.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I played Witcher 3 for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
And then
they're getting James Hemsworth as Gerald. No.
yeah, I knew that. And then what they're done, right? Isn't it over after
fifth season?
Yeah, this is the final one too, right?
No, this is the 4th season.
Okay, they'll be done after the next one.
Yeah, they're originally planning 7 seasons.
Yeah, it won't make it that long.
Well, because Netflix should never promise how many seasons the show's going to do, because Netflix doesn't live up to the promises. My
wife watches Netflix. I don't ever watch Netflix.
Studios should never come out and say, "Yeah, we plan to do this many seasons." Don't promise that. Never do that. Never.
I think a writer or a showrunner, a head writer, or whatever, executive producer has every right to say this is our plan.
Our plan.
But very rarely do they ever finish them, Oh, so there's a documentary about Tyson and Paul. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're doing a wiki lead up to that, to the fight. Now I don't care about the undercard really, because there's an undercard, so I really don't know when they're actually going to fight. They're the main event, and right there's like a preliminary card and then the main card, right?
Yeah. There's an undercard. Well, it depends. Sometimes there'll be multiple matches on an undercard.
So yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
So I don't know. They could be like from the main card. They could be their fight could be 2 or 2.5 hours later from the start of the actual main card.
Yeah, I'm looking at Netflix right now. It's well. Here's what always happens. I probably get through scroll 3 times, and then the app locks up completely, and then my TV will restart.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to clear the cache on my TV through some remote control ninja stuff. And yeah, it's ridiculous. Like these apps just are all garbage, man. Oh, is it working? No, it's not working. Yeah, I don't know. So you saw what happened in Louisiana, right?
No, what?
The Louisiana state legislature voted to remove $150 million of film and TV tax credits. My understanding is these tax credits that they give studios to make movies and TV there generated like $350-400 million every year, right? So they were getting a pretty good return on their investment. Plus, they were, thousands of people were employed. There's even a small little cottage tourism industry, the Louisiana Film Trail, where you can travel around the state and see all the places, movies made famous in Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
So all that's going to go away.
Well, I guess they're not going to go to Hollywood. Hollywood's not going to go there anymore.
Well, no, the thing is that this is just a week or two after California, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, introduces, I forget how many hundreds of $1 million in new film and TV tax credits to get the film and TV industry back in Hollywood.
Oh, it's because he knows that they're all leaving.
Well, no, I think he knew something was up, I'm sure, but like, and you see what DC, Warner Brothers and DC are doing in London. You know, they bought there's DC is going to have a studio facility in England. So
Amazon is going to work. Amazon apparently, they already have stuff filming in Toronto, like The Boys, but Amazon's apparently going to do a lot more filming in Toronto. They're going to use one of the studios in Toronto a lot more now.
Yeah, you got to be tax friendly. These like they bring in so much money.
Star Trek is going to use Toronto a lot. Don't be surprised if their movies are filmed in Toronto.
I wouldn't. I've done nothing like that surprises me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know where the a lot of movies are made now, and you would have no idea.
Where?
Bulgaria.
Oh yeah.
It's insane.
Do you remember Captain Falcon Winter Soldier? Where was that supposed to be originally filmed?
Where was it supposed to be filmed?
Was it supposed to be like Czech Republic or somewhere close to Russia?
And then they invaded Ukraine? Is that
no, because the war was after that. 2021, the show came out, remember? The war was 2022. Weren't they really supposed to film somewhere but Eastern Europe? I forget.
Falcon, the show was?
Yeah. And remember what the original plot was. It was supposed to be a virus.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
They just ran with it. I mean. Oh, no, they moved.
It's because California's... The thing is, California's expensive. That's the thing.
No, they stayed in the Czech Republic.
Okay. California's expensive. Okay? Like...
Yeah, it is. It's disproportionately expensive, but so is Chicago.
Yeah,
and so is New York.
Yeah,
and that's not going to get any better.
For goodness sake, like they filmed Superman in Cleveland of all places.
Well, there's reasons for that. They got hundreds or tens of millions of dollars in tax credits, right?
Yeah.
And that is where Superman was created, in Cleveland.
Yeah, but Cleveland doesn't look anything like a metropolis. It look like.
Yeah, but neither does like
New
there's
York.
been other places. Yeah, there's been other. I mean,
New York looks more like
you can make it. You'll be surprised. You'd be surprised how much it will look like Metropolis.
Yeah, because it obviously, yeah.
I think he was just trying to capture as much as he could in camera as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
And using a nondescript downtown city location that can be augmented in multiple ways in post-production, right? Oh, Gotham. What was Gotham in the Batman was Glasgow, right? Scotland?
First movie was Glasgow. The Penguin was New York.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Can you tell that's Glasgow?
No, it looks
Glasgow?
Nope.
Well, yeah.
No.
So yeah, cities fill in for other cities all the time.
Well, Toronto's always used for New York. All the time. Like Toronto's always
Toronto is a big stand-in for DC, Washington DC too.
And sometimes Chicago.
Yeah, but Chicago's pretty
yes.
Film and TV friendly because
yes.
They've been that way for a long time.
Yes, they have. And Atlanta obviously is very used a lot.
Yeah, but see, I think George is looking at dumping their tax credits, and there's an entire city in Fayetteville, Georgia, an entire town that is a movie studio. People live and work in. It's exclusively a movie and television. It's a production studio that has a town built around it.
Do they not benefit from from having movies and TV shows be done in their city? Did they benefit
Yeah,
from
but
that?
yes, they do tremendously. That's what I'm saying. In Louisiana, right? Louisiana gives film and TV, film productions, TV productions, whatever. They apply for these tax credits, right?
Yeah.
And they get them, and then that just takes that's more money they can use on the actual production of the project, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or that's money that goes into somebody's pocket, and it's not. It just it depends on who your producers are, right? So Louisiana gives film and TV studios $150 million a year in tax credits, right?
Yeah.
And then that draws film and TV shows in. So there are people move there to work on movies and TV, right?
Yeah.
Louisiana was at one time known as Hollywood South. That was until Georgia
Yeah.
started giving them better deals. Now Georgia's Hollywood South, right?
Yeah.
So Louisiana, in an effort to reduce the income, Louisiana state legislature says in order to alleviate the income tax burden on corporations and citizens and businesses, they're going to eliminate the $150 million a year that they give to Hollywood, quote Hollywood, broadly speaking, Hollywood. In turn, all of that business that these productions bring to Louisiana generates like 3 to 5 times that, right?
Yeah.
In economic stimulation, right? All these people come to work on these projects. They've got to live somewhere. They've got to have utilities. They've got to eat. They've got to buy groceries. They need to sustain themselves. And thousands of people have literally built a career in the entertainment industry in the state of Louisiana and been able to, be home every night and have families and good livings and be in unions. And now that's all going to go away.
Well,
the state of Louisiana is going to lose what is potentially $500 million a year in tax revenue, sales tax, and income taxes, right?
What kind of dumb
$500 million
dumb business
in one of the poorest states in America.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
it's a culture war thing. It's all about.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking is the government in charge. Like, hey,
we can't give these highfalutin Hollywood people all these tax breaks, even though they contribute millions to our economy. It's insane.
Yeah, it's about teaching them a lesson by not losing money on what they
I'm telling you right now, Hollywood doesn't give a fuck.
No,
they will pick up and go to the next place. They will just leave.
Yeah, we'll find another state that was willing to.
Yeah, Louisiana could even be like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, they did actually say after they did the math, we're going to try to find a narrower funding opportunities. Narrower opportunities to give these narrower breaks, which means it means they're going to find a way to appease them somehow and keep them, but there's probably no amount of money that would at this point. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Oh, they realize how much of it is this stupid.
Yeah, well, we give them 150 million, and they bring in 450 million. Yeah. This just isn't going to work for us. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, but that's what some of the people that voted for it said was, why shouldn't we be giving this money to the good people of Louisiana? That's never going to happen, right? Why not keep giving the money to Hollywood to keep people in your state employed and their families fed?
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
Like, there's no income tax here. Everything here is a sales tax, right?
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah. Those places, I don't know.
Just want to get.
But yeah, what was the other thing that happened today? I can't remember. You saw March 12th as the Penguin 4K
Yeah.
Steelbook release, right?
Hmm.
And you can buy the first season of the Penguin now digitally at your favorite
Oh,
wherever you buy your movies and shows digitally. It's
I finally
available.
got I finally got the Mario game.
Oh, what do you think?
It's okay. I had to call GameStop
Have you ever,
because
or did it not have the cartridge in the?
it had a cartridge. Everything was fine. The reason why I had to call GameStop, it never gave me order confirmation that it's been shipped. The GameStop person I talked to, the employee I talked to, said, "Oh, that's because our emails are backlogged because this game came out at the same time as the PS5 Pro,
Uh,
so it's backlogged. So they didn't, so they weren't able to, so they didn't email me. We weren't able to email because of the backlog emails, and that's why on the transition page of my account wasn't updated. And they checked the order number. Yeah, it's been shipped last Thursday. It was in on Friday, and I'm like, I live in a condo, and the condo has a security guard. And I'm like, thinking to myself, so the security guard had my game for like 4 days.
uh, did he play it?
No, no, it was in the
You know how
parcel.
many times GameStop has sent me a Switch game
Yeah.
and there's been no cartridge in it?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that should be on GameStop because GameStop doesn't put the game in the box. It should be on the Nintendo manufacturer.
Well, I'm just going to assume that at some point it was opened and re-shrink wrapped,
Yeah,
and
yeah, probably.
you know.
And they did a very good job of putting that bag over that the wrapper over the Nintendo. You can't. It's like
Yeah,
a
I
new
don't get
wrap.
it. Or they sold me a used, they sold me a used game trying to pass it off as a new one,
Do you know?
which I
By the
know that
way,
they were
when a game,
notorious for.
you know, the game gets released. Right away, you see used copies on sale for a new game gets released. Right away.
Instantly, there's
Yeah.
used copies. There's like, I think you might even be able to pre-order a used copy.
Yes. Yes.
pre-order used. What does
Like,
that even mean?
and you hear about these retro GameStop stores. I see them I watch people on YouTube go to those GameStop stores and they sell retro video games. I'm like, this is retro video games. PS3, PS4s, or like Xbox 360 or Xbox. Like those are retro. When I think retro, I mean like, yeah, those are retro, but I think like Nintendo from like the 64, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on. I guess it's all relative, but yeah, I mean, retro to me is.
Yeah,
I mean, 25 years was
yeah.
the year 2000, and I think
That
that
stuff I
qualifies as
played.
retro.
That's stuff I played like 15 years ago, like the PS3. And I played PS3 like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Just a year before PS4 comes out.
When we were like, we didn't have any really, really good like Call of Duty games until after 9/11.
I stopped playing Call of Duty like, I don't know, 5
Yeah,
years.
I haven't played one in years, but this new one that just came out recently looks all right.
Oh,
I don't like the multiplayer. I don't do multiplayer.
you could get it on Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't have Game Pass right now.
Oh, yeah. It went up like 20 something, I think.
Yeah, I haven't had it forever. We use the Series X as a 4K player in the family in our living room.
Yeah.
I haven't played a game on it in.
Getting Indiana Jones next month.
Yeah, I'm about to fire it up and
Yeah.
is it on Game Pass?
It's going to be free on Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'll just probably.
I'm actually
I
getting,
don't know.
I'm
I feel
actually
like I
getting
want
the
to.
cartridge.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the disc. I think I'll buy the disc.
Yeah, it's less memory too. No, digital is more gig. Yeah, digital's always more gig.
Is it because they don't?
Yeah.
Doesn't the game install? Doesn't the game install to the hard drive? Like
From when I do it for the PS5, I notice that it's more gig from
a digital download.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
It's so stupid. They should just. Why can't they release the Indiana Jones and the PS5 at the same time as the Xbox version? It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
How long is the exclusivity window?
I think till like April or May or March.
Really? It's the March. I thought I heard March.
Yeah. I just think it's really, really dumb.
I feel like they should give us the option to play third person if we wanted. But I know they haven't. I think they said they may address it in a future patch or update. But I'm okay with an Indiana Jones. I'm not big on first-person games anymore, really.
Same. There's not a lot of video games I plan to buy. It's not actually 2023. The video game season year hasn't been exactly the best. It's been really
It's
weak.
I think the last couple years, if not more, have been weak.
Oh, last year was better than this. I
think since these two new, the last well, they're not next gen anymore. It's been 4 and 5 years. They're not next gen anymore.
No.
Current gen.
They're already 4 years old.
Series X and
they came out the pandemic. Well, right at the pandemic was around.
Yeah. Xbox Series S and X and all your versions of the PS5 are not. I guess the Pro's next gen, but even then, that's a stretch.
I don't think it's worth it.
No, certainly not.
I mean, 3 or 4 years, the next PlayStation 6 will come out.
Anybody, especially if they have a PlayStation 5 already, right? And they don't have a brand spanking new TV that has all the doohickeys that allow you to benefit from all the improvements, right? There's no point in it. Spend that money on a MetaQuest and get Arkham Shadow.
Are you gonna get the Marvel's game that comes out next month? The free game. It's a shooting game, like Overwatch.
Rivals?
Yeah, Marvel.
I thought Rivals was already out.
No, it comes out December 6th.
Oh no, I won't.
I mean, before Indiana Jones, it's free though.
After Suicide Squad, I have no interest in multiplayer anything.
Yeah, this is a pure multiplayer game though.
And I never played with anybody. I just played on my own.
Same.
I told you that story about when I was playing Gotham Knights and I was at the very end.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, some kid joins my game, and he had just started playing, and somehow this kid who had just started playing,
it's in your last part at the end,
gets shunted to the very end of the game. I'm like, yeah, dude. He's like, hey man, what's going on? I'm like, hey dude, I don't know who you are, but you probably don't want to be here right now because I'm about to finish this game, And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, this is weird as hell. Just out of the blue, somebody I thought I had that turned off to where they couldn't do that, but apparently not.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go. It's 12:30 where I am. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'll talk your ear off, man. You gotta watch out for me.
I know. I have no idea what I'm planning to do tomorrow. But I don't. If I'm gonna do anything tomorrow. I'm getting my COVID shot tomorrow. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, I was gonna go get mine today, my COVID and flu shot, but I didn't.
Yeah. If I don't feel good the side effects, maybe I'll do something tomorrow.
It got my wife pretty good when she got hers. She was down for that day pretty much.
Well, last year when I had nothing. I didn't suffer at all.
Yeah, I'd me either really. Maybe just whenever I get a shot, I get that whole side of my body feels like I've been hit by a truck.
It's sore and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, not just the arm, but all the way down to my toes and shit. But I just got Gummo, Harmony Korine's Gummo from 1997, and Godzilla 54 on 4K. So that's what I've been and wasting my time with. And Charles Martin Smith's Trick or Treat from 1986, brought to you by the good people at Red Shirt Pictures and Synapse Films. It's a great 80s horror movie. It's got a heavy metal vibe. And I've been breaking that down on 4K, watching that, pulling it apart.
Yeah, everybody's moving to Blue Sky now.
It's awesome. I'm trying to do more and more there. Yeah. I'm following a lot of stuff on Twitter. Blocking anybody that that doesn't offer me anything, and just finding everyone that I can there on Blue Sky, and getting rid of going from one billionaire's awful app to another billionaire's not yet awful app.
Not yet. Because it'll end up happening. I mean, yeah, it's gonna happen. It also should
Well,
be a
I mean, I don't
platform.
know. I don't know though, because of the amount of control they give you as a user over your feed, right?
Yeah, it is a
Is
little bit more control.
unprecedented. It's
But
unprecedented.
we just know the trash is gonna end up over on this guy eventually.
Yeah, but see, every time somebody's Laura Loomer
Oh my god, is
started
she
an
on it
account.
now?
She started an account, and then she was quickly banned, permanently banned.
All
I don't
right.
even know
Oh,
if
so they're doing a better job policing? Because
I don't even know if she got a post off, was able to fire a post off or not
you think
before she was.
is Trump on it? Because Trump's gonna move there. I guarantee it.
Oh,
Or at least Trump.
they'll moderate him.
Oh.
They don't have any. They still have a trust and safety team.
So they
right?
don't. How come they couldn't do that when when Jack Dorsey ran X Twitter?
They did. Dorsey
Oh.
had a trust and safety team,
Oh yeah.
and they left. I don't know. They might have left when Dorsey left, but yeah, Twitter had a trust and safety team. But I'm pretty sure Elon did away with it. I might be
Jack
not
Dorsey
100% on that, but there's no trust and safety.
Jack Dorsey was smart because he saw X as a sinking ship. He's like, why don't I just give it to Elon Musk to kill it? And he got more money than he should have got. Like Jack Dorsey, right?
Yeah, it's a cesspool. It's a cesspool, man. And
like
the
Jack
one thing,
Dorsey's,
Blue Sky is just much more pleasant. Now there are people trying to start shit over there.
of course, like all social media platforms, right?
But you can it's just the way that you can curate your feed there is unprecedented and exceptional as far as
Oh my
I'm concerned.
god, not true. Like Jack Dorsey just like robbed Elon Musk of X, just 44 billion.
He didn't get all that money. Jack Dorsey
but
wasn't. He's not. He wasn't.
Elon Musk,
sole shareholder.
Elon Musk was to sell X. He's not getting even half what he paid for it.
I don't think he'll be able to sell it.
Oh, that's a good point.
I really don't. I don't know who. Unless like True Social bought it.
Oh, fuck. Who owns True Social?
You can't like they make it impossible for you to share links or anything there. But you know what? Every ad I get after a video is for True Social.
Who owns True Social? I know it's
Trump, and
Trump owns it.
I think he's the primary shareholder in True Social.
What's the other one that? Oh, Rumble. No,
Rumble.
Rumble's more like a YouTube thing, right? Like
yeah, it's like a conservative YouTube.
Yeah. I can't believe Laura Loomer got kicked off right away.
Owned by the Trump Media and Technology Group.
I can't believe seriously, I can't believe Laura Loomer, like Bill Maher accused Loomer and Trump sleeping together. I mean,
True Social is powered by Mastodon. If the Mastodon runs, they use Mastodon for their backend.
I don't know anybody who uses Mastodon. Not one person.
I don't either. I don't know anybody that uses Parler or Gab or
Parler. I think Parler's not around anymore, right?
Is it shut down?
I think Parler's shut down. It's funny. There's a lot more right wing social media platforms than left wing. I've noticed that because you mentioned
that's wholly coordinated.
Yeah, that's coordinated for sure.
You'll notice the timeliness of their messages, and it's getting dark, man. The world's getting real dark real fast, and like I told some people earlier, we just got to focus on what's in front of us and the things that we can control, and not lose our minds on the things that we can't, and that just. There will probably come a point in the next 4 years where, for a lot of people, just existing is an act of resistance, right?
Yeah.
So, welcome to the resistance, everyone. You're part of it whether you know it or not. You're part of it whether you like it or not.
We're living in doomsday era.
It's coming.
Oh man, I can
Right.
see it
If you
now.
if you have any kind of concern,
I can see it now. Everybody's gonna make fun of Thunderbolt Ross of being they're making fun of Thunderbolt Ross because he's gonna be like Donald Trump. I can see that.
well, I mean, the the overall, like, and it's very much the overall message of Christopher Nolan's Batman movies was class inequality.
Yeah, and that's what
And
Matt Reeves is doing too.
yeah, Matt Reeves has doubled down
Yeah,
on it, right?
yeah. In that
And
interview, he kind of explained it basically.
yeah, like he's definitely like part of the. It was like when the first time I went to see Lord of the Rings, we were what 2-3 months out from 9/11, right? The
I
world,
think it came after 9/11, the first
yeah,
one.
it was 2 or 3 months
Yeah,
out. Yeah,
yeah,
2 or 3. Yeah.
December. Yeah,
So
3 months. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
I was sitting there with my brothers and we're watching this movie, and when they're in the mines and Gandalf and Frodo are talking about, it's not the time that's given, but what you do with it. That
yeah.
people don't choose. Gandalf gives this little soliloquy about making the best of the time that you live, and that people don't choose the time they live. They can choose to make the best of it and fight for what's right. And I'm watching because I knew what was coming. I told you that story about my student worker and me talking on campus one day about what was going to happen after Bush stole the election. I said, "Oh, we're going to Iraq," and we did.
Yeah, yeah.
This is kind of the same thing where I see the Lord of the Rings. I saw as it kind of came along at the right time, right? Where I felt when Gandalf and Frodo were having that conversation, I felt that because that's how I felt about the world that I was living in, right? And the Penguin to me almost has that, but like the Bizarro version of it. Like the Penguin is showing me how dark the world can be, right? Where something like Fellowship in trying time would give you hope.
But I know neurotic like the Penguin.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that. Does he hate that like the basically the
they defend him as they shit on the Batman, but they like they like the Penguin.
Oh man, they're not mad about women directing.
Yeah. It was a show. Yeah.
They're not mad about a female showrunner and like the show predominantly being staffed by women. They're not. They didn't find anything woke about Sophia's arc at all. That that she was a woman who was essentially tortured by her father and her brother.
Because they had a macho man Penguin in the end.
Was that what it was? The Penguin's big hairy hog saved it. Is that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, D-Grassy. You know what it is? Because Sophia is the villain. That's why it's okay for a woman. It's okay in their eyes for the woman to be a villain.
Was that? Yeah, I figured it would be some bullshit.
Yeah, that's okay. If it's a hero, it's not okay.
Oh man, they're going to be really disappointed, man. I mean, at the end,
she's not even a villain. The Penguin's a villain too. They're both villains.
I'm talking about like at the end of their lives, like when their life is flashing before them. How disappointed they're going to be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I did what with my life?
And some of them are religious, and you know how they use their religion. Some of them, like Melanie Mack, for example. Like in Christians, right? I'm not trying to insult your language or anybody like their religion, but you know how they have the pearly gates, right? And if you did good, you get into heaven. If you do bad, you go to hell. I bet you that who is it? Saint Mike, whatever his name, Saint Peter.
Saint Peter.
Be like, most of them, defend the mess and be like, so most of them be like, pull the switch and end up probably downstairs instead of upstairs. you know what I mean?
That's if you believe in it. I don't believe in heaven, so I can't believe in hell.
I know, but this is using logic against them, right?
I mean, that's the only way to win, really. You can't win. It's
Melanie Mack thinks wokeness, progressiveness, stuff like that. Is is satanic.
Of course she does.
It's
Of
the
course
same
she does.
girl. It's the same girl who has tattoos on her body.
Oh yeah, like none of these people really believe the shit they
Yeah.
say, Aaron. That's the truth, you know.
Yeah.
And there really needs to be like somebody out there in this space that goes at them directly, using like that has the ability to go lower than they do,
Like, it's
right?
I just laugh at that stuff. I'm like, yeah, Satan has all the time in the world to like to affect Hollywood. Yeah, Satan cares about
I
Hollywood.
got I said I was in a way before I knew who any of you guys were. I discovered Max and MME and all
Yeah.
that stuff, you know. Back when, yeah. Anyway, I won't get into all the other shit, but I would occasionally watch an EVS video or a Nerdrotic video or
Me too.
not because I agreed with their message, just because I wanted to laugh at them because I thought they were fucking idiots, right? Like, I'm like, oh my God, they're really making this political while they're telling me what the people that I agree with are making it political. And I'm like, no, they're just doing their jobs, man. They're, like you guys are making it political, right?
Yeah.
There is no woke agenda, right? Just because the best people for the job all happen to be gay or lesbian or trans or of a person of color or whatever, that's not what's like what they say is happening. Isn't what happened isn't what's happening.
They
It's
all
just their
want one
perception.
kind. They all want one kind of person in charge, a white male.
Well, yeah,
Right,
that's pretty much what it boils down to. And then when you
And
realize
Hollywood used to be like that.
they're all part of the same like
They
manosphere, Russian backed,
and
Russian financed manosphere type shit. All that money's coming from somewhere else. It's not
Hollywood
coming
used to be
from,
like that. Hollywood, what they want Hollywood to be. Hollywood used to be like that until the 60s, 70s when it changed.
50s,
50s, yeah, yeah,
late 50s, early
yeah,
60s. It started to change. It wasn't.
yeah,
It certainly wasn't like rapid and massive
yeah.
change. It was slow.
Well, gays weren't as cast, but you started seeing more people of color being cast, right, stuff like that. But I think it really drastically changed. Even in the 80s, gays were not being cast. Like,
That's kind of when. Well, I mean, yeah, gays were being cast, but nobody knew they were gay.
yeah.
Like,
The thing about really,
and that still happens today. Sadly, that still happens today. That you have to feel ashamed of your sexual preference. It's shameful. It's fucking shameful, man.
Do you know how hard
and I
it
don't
was?
care if that's virtue. Like if what I think and what I believe in my throughout my very being, that I thought I had one of the oldest in my extended family, right? So let's say I'm in my early mid-teens and one of my aunts has a baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And from the very moment you meet this child, right? Not from the very moment, because when you're a baby, you can't tell. But by the time this kid's old enough to run around and talk and play and make sense, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be gay. There's just no two ways about it. Little Danny boy is going to be gay. And sure enough, right?
Oh, remember in the I was born in the 80s, so I was young. But in the 80s, it was all about AIDS and STDs, and they blamed the gays. Oh, Magic Johnson was not gay, and he got it.
No, I got a tweet about it's got him with about 30 to 50 like girls in swimsuits standing around him.
Yeah.
And my tweet is, which one do you think it was?
Yeah, exactly. He got it. He's not gay.
Oh, that's terrible. No, you don't have to be gay to get AIDS.
Yeah.
That was I mean, just because that's where I believe it was, that's where it was predominantly, seen initially, but then when you had little kids getting blood transfusions, getting it, and then, straight people getting it, the perception slowly started to change. And now it's not a death sentence anymore. There are preventatives.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
There are antivirals. we're kind of in a golden age where
It's not a death sentence, yeah.
it's not the death sentence. You can live with it, and
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I don't pray or like thank God or whatever, but thank Gene Roddenberry or whoever. Thank Kevin Feige, whoever your God is.
I don't pray it. Like, I don't pray either, because I don't think, personally, I don't think prayer really does anything. I'm nothing against people who believe in it, but personally, I don't think it does anything.
Yeah, you're wasting your breath.
Yeah, because I see people in X pray, rest in peace, pray. I'm like, I'm gonna be like, what's prayer gonna do for me? How is this gonna heal me? If I'm sick?
I can understand how some people think, or I can understand how it can be a coping mechanism for people. I
understand
totally get that.
Hope is a good mechanism. Hope is a good thing. But I rely on the doctors and stuff like that, right? And to be honest, doctors are not there to give you hope.
Oh no, they're just to give it to you straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want a doctor. You don't want a bullshitter. That's for sure.
No.
Oh no, you're gonna be all right. No, I don't think I am. I love my doctor.
You may not want to hear from doctors, but they have to be honest with you.
Like, my doctor's not too much younger than me. And he's like super, super Christian, right? But I let that slide because he believes in science.
I do believe in hope, but not because hope. You kind of need hope. Hope is good.
You have to have hope.
Yeah.
But
I want realistic hope. I like realistic hope. Like
anymore, all I'm trying to do, Aaron, is make it through each day.
I'm not one of those people who are like, I hope God does this for me. God does this for me. I'm not like that. I'm like, you got to create your own hope.
What about the prosperity people that pray to God for like Joel Osteen? Like, God gave me the billions of dollars I needed to build this giant church to fleece all you morons.
Oh yeah, and they went to use them. Yeah. I mean, frauds, con artists. Like I know in Judaism, you pray, you hope, and God's give me the blessing to do this. But it also says in Judaism, you have to create your own path too.
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick.
Yes.
Stanley Kubrick has he did a Playboy interview, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to give you a couple snippets of it. Playboy asks him, if life is so purposeless, do you feel that it's worth living? Kubrick says, yes. For those of us who manage somehow to cope with our mortality, the very meaninglessness of life forces man to create his own meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Children, of course, begin life with an untarnished sense of wonder, a capacity to experience total joy at something as simple as the greenness of a leaf. But as they grow older, the awareness of death and decay begins to impinge on their consciousness and subtly erode their joie de vivre, their enthusiasm, their idealism, and their assumption of immortality. Mm-hmm. As a child matures, he sees death and pain everywhere about him and begins to lose faith in the ultimate goodness of man. But if he's reasonably strong and lucky, he can emerge from this twilight of the soul into a rebirth of life's elan. Both because of and in spite of his awareness of the meaninglessness of life, he can forge a fresh sense of purpose and affirmation. He may not recapture the same pure sense of wonder he was born with, but he can shape something far more enduring and sustaining. The most terrifying fact of the universe is not that it is hostile, but that it is indifferent.
Yeah.
If we can come to terms with this indifference and accept the challenges of life within the boundaries of death, however mutable man may be able to make them, our existence as a species can have genuine meaning and fulfillment. Now here's the money right here. However vast the darkness, we must supply our own light.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You gotta create your own.
Yep.
You gotta.
You have to be. You have to be the light in the darkness. Nobody's gonna shine it for you. You know.
Exactly.
And if you can,
people along the way may help you, but you still gotta get up to you.
Yeah, if you can find somebody to help you reflect and refract your light, and you do
Yeah.
the same for them, then do it, and hold
Yeah.
on tight, because that shit is fleeting. It really is. But
This is how I view if there is a God. This is how I view us. I feel like we're all actors playing a part in the overall
all the
game.
world's a stage.
Yeah, exactly. Life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's all improv. We don't have lines. We don't have scripts. It's all
Oh yeah,
improv.
yeah. It's all we're all making it up as we go
Yeah,
along.
yeah,
That's really the only way to be, man.
yeah. Exactly. Well, I really gotta go. It's 1 a.m. where I
All
am.
right, yeah.
I'm
Hey,
tired.
and don't forget, bright lights
Mhm.
do make dark shadows.